Need to pick me up to let my spirit glow. Reach for the coffee, that's my heart's desire. Fantastic coffee, it sets my soul on fire.
Fantastic, oh fantastic. The coffee that makes my heart speak.
I need a boost, a energy lift, a flavor that's rich, and a taste that's gift.
Not just good, it's fantastic. The brew that gives me life, in every sip I feel alive. Fantastic coffee, it's my heart's delight.
The aroma fills the air, a rich and bold scent. The flavor is sublime and makes my senses bend. It's more than just a drink, it's a passion and a fire. Fantastic coffee, it never fails to inspire.
Fantastic, oh fantastic. The coffee that makes my heart speak.
I need a boost, a energy lift, a flavor that's rich, and a taste that's gift.
Not just good, it's fantastic. The brew that gives me life, in every sip I feel alive. Fantastic coffee, it's my heart's delight.
The aroma fills the air,
A rich and bold scent. The flavor is sublime, it makes my senses bend. It's more than just a drink, it's a passion and a fire. Fantastic coffee, it never fails to inspire. From dawn till dusk, it's my constant friend. A daily ritual that never ends. It's the spark that ignites my day and night. Fantastic coffee, it makes everything alright. Fantastic, oh fantastic. The coffee that makes my heart speak. Not just good, it's fantastic. The brew that gives me life, in every sip I feel alive. Fantastic coffee, it's my heart's delight. So here's the fantastic, the coffee that I adore. It's the one that I need to open up my door to a world of energy and a heart that's full of cheer. Fantastic coffee, it's the brew that's always near. So here's to fantastic, the coffee that I adore. It's the one that I need to open up my door to a world of energy and a heart that's full of cheer. Fantastic coffee, it's the brew that's always near.
Hey peeps, just give me a second. Please 71 comments. Come on. That's so not fair. That's cheating. Okay. Hey Wiz.
Hey,
Hey.
looks like my mic's working today.
Awesome. I can hear you loud and clear. Right, hang on. See if I can get through 71 comments. Well, most people are saying hello, I'm hoping. Oh, Wisdom, you were first. Awesome. Stu, hello. Gillian, how you doing? Oh, Stu beat you. Oh, never mind. Best people are always third. He said sorry. Air Force, hey. Jonathan, Ned got clickbaited, now he has to wait. Oh, poor Ned, he's always on for a hard time. Caroline, how you doing? Miko is in the house. Hey, sweetie. USA Kiwi, well, sorry, USA Kiwi 64, getting myself a comfy seat in the front row. That's what we like to hear. Gillian, how you doing? Anyone got popcorn? If they have, can you send some my way? Because I'm still hungry. Crow Stream's fault kept looking at McDonald's from around the world. Still wants McDonald's. Philip! Look at you, Lurky. Modding. Skiving from work by the sounds of it. Slacking. Oh, there's my Steph. Hello, hello. Gillian says, I'm supposed to have gone out tonight, but decided to stop in, so it would be rude not to open my can. It would be rude. There's certain things that you have to be done, and that's one of them. Think some Baileys in the coffee is a good idea. It wouldn't be for me. I've got to stay awake as it is.
Sleepy coffee.
Yeah, I need I could do with some. The only coffee that wires me is Vietnamese coffee for some reason, and I haven't got any. I'll probably get some for live streams. USA Kiwi 64 says, "Oh no, Steph is loose in the room." Yeah, well, you know, we love Steph here. Oh, Philip feels left out with. Oh, bless. It's the second live stream you've missed today, Philip.
Oh no.
Sarah late again. Yeah, well, yeah, I had to deal with a problem. Hang on. Ooh, where's Crow? I need drippage. Yeah. What was it? 4.5 hours in this afternoon. And I think he said he was going to do a members night tomorrow.
And I'm on my own. It's going to be a Wi-Fi night tonight. I see that coming. Three, two, one. And she's back. But her mic is muted.
Sorry, I knocked the wire out from the mic.
I figured it was the Wi-Fi.
No, it's not the Wi-Fi. It's the USB port. It's not very stable.
I had a computer like that.
It's awful. It's one of the USB ports is fine, but the other one, it's like, I don't know whether it's just slightly too big or what, but it just slightest knock.
You know the Ethernet plugs? They got the little thing when you plug it in, it clicks into place, and you got to push it down, pull it out. That seems to be broken on my laptop. So when I got the Ethernet plugged into it, if it moves at all, it comes out and loses internet real easy.
What? Yeah,
cat-proof it.
Oh, cat-proof everything.
Oh.
Excessive moisture. Can I offer anyone a Crow Judas moist towelette? You could if you'd even had them manufactured. Juniper, hello. Did I say hello to Boo? If I didn't, hello, Boo. Rob, hello. Rob from one of my favourite places on the planet, Orkney. One day I'll get back from. Where did you get the tune from? If you talk about the tune that's playing, it's one of the ones I made. If it's too loud, guys, let me know, because I never hear it at the same volume that you guys do.
That sounds fine to me.
Oh, does it? Oh, good.
It's barely noticeable, but it's there, so it fills the silence.
I just need it to be there. I just think it's sometimes better than complete silence.
Yeah. You get those awkward moments, and at least there's something there to fill it.
Yeah. Grumpy Bear!
Grumpy Bear.
Alert mode, but keep running to help. Thank you, sweetie. Michael, hello. I'm going to apologise in advance. My hay fever has been playing me up something chronic today, so I'm coughing, I'm sneezing, I'm losing my voice. Which isn't really very good for a live stream. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody, but I don't think I am. How far behind am? Oh god. Air Force actually. I can't remember who told me, but I screen grabbed actually, no, I'll pull it up later, but I didn't watch the live, by the way, because I had no intention of watching the live of anything to do with him, but Air Force had been in Jason Hall's live and announced my live in the chat, so I screen grabbed it. Oh, that was funny. So it's because Air Force said he bailed out of Sneezing Monkey podcast with 10 minutes. That's because you're awesome, Air Force. Booby says hello to all the phantoms. And I realised I'm a mod. Yes. Okay. Been there. Hey, Mike. Says hello to both of us. Yeah, my merch has actually been selling. I'm very happy. There's more going on as well. Enjoying doing it, actually. Am I missing anybody? Hi, everyone. I see you don't want to slow Sarah from her first ding. We're dinging in crows. Dings are mine. Although we can't stop Steph doing the dongs. Sheila says, howdy, precious Sarah and dear wisdom. Just wanted to drop in and say hi, blessings your ways, and the lovely community. Hey, Sheila. Air Force says, Sneezing Monkey got me over 50 subs. I'm now available to answer all your Sasquatch questions. So you're going to be going live, sweetie. Steph says, hello, spirit animal. Hello, Steph. Hello, Steph, my lovely. Satan's butt crack is pretty hot, says Mike. To Philip. Philip, you're causing problems in the chat already. Oh yeah, I could probably pop popcorn on the floor at work. It's hotter than Satan's butt crack. But it's good to know that you're setting the bar low. Jonathan says, Ned's a wee bit upset with me at the moment. We just finished attending a henna party and he has some new artwork. Ned got a little tattoo.
Uh-oh.
What kind of tattoo? Pro went live while I was driving. I didn't even get the bloody notification until about half an hour later. But then I ended up on it. So... Crow does secret ninja lives. He never announces them. The elusive fantastic. I try to be elusive. It never works. Bert says, hey to whoever I missed. Can't look at my screen half the time because he's working. Or so he says. AB Stevie, hello. I think it might be Giselle. Hi, Sarah and all the lovely people. Steph says, I always hear you at this volume in my head. Got your condition, sweetie. Got your condition. I think I'm nearly there. I think. I think we're dinging and donging too early. Steph says, hello, I love doing the dongs. Translate that the way you wish. Rob, I'll wear your merch with pride and stick 2 fingers up to YouTube as well. We'll keep fighting for you. Thank you. Hey Jimmy. Good to see you. Jimmy, do you want a link? If you want a link, just say yes and I'll send one through. Faith, thank you for the help tonight, Faith. I completely misread when other lives were going on, so thank you for that. Wayne says, how can there be trouble in chat? I haven't started yet. Well, Philip's at work, so he's on his phone in chat, so he's started.
Steph is in here too. So.
Steph is in here too, but I think she's waiting for a surprise attack. Because he went live as I was going to get up and go to bed. Oh, he's so cheeky.
Yeah, his crow senses must have been tingling.
Yeah. Boo says she's not as elusive if you know where to find it. Yeah, a lot of people know where to find me. Just finished grilling up some burgers for the family. You got any extra? Because I'm hungry again. And stop talking about burgers, because honestly, after all that, looking at all that McDonald's, I'm down here with the cool kids. Do the cool kids want you down there? That's what I want to know. No, there's Jimmy's link. I'd come up and have the boy with me, and I know as soon as I get on, the door will open. Here's hi Dad, I finished all my food. No problem, sweetie. But the offers, if you're on here and I'm live, just message me if you want a link. That is not a problem. Sorry if I'm going again. It's alright. Yeah, so hope you have a good time with your boy. Oh my, at the bottom of the chat. Look at me. Ding. Did you say you were going to be going live with?
Yeah, I was thinking about going live after you are. I got nothing going on right now except for generating my next video. This new system that I'm using, Stable Diffusion, with the graphics card and system I got, I can turn out 4 minutes a day of video. So yeah, I can do a song a day maybe.
Awesome.
Seems a little long for 4 minutes of video though.
Yeah, it's the video side that takes the time. How long before sunrise, Sarah? Actually, because I've managed to come on for just after midnight. Do you know what time we've got? I usually start seeing daylight about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Really? That early? Oh wow!
Yeah, where I am, I'm not talking about sunrise. I'm talking about starting to see daylight. Yeah, at sort of about 3:30, there's daylight in the sky. Oh my goodness! Beetlejuice Crow. I'm just listening in the background, trying to get my truck to start. I never got my mods fixed. You never got your mods fixed. Okay, sweetie. Whatever you say. Let's have a look. Jimmy says actually opened the door and announced that to me that he wiped his own butt, so that's good. Oh, awesome! Oh, awesome! I'm so pleased. He's a sharing child or boy. I don't know how old he is.
You know he stole that from an Adam Sandler movie, right?
Yeah. Crow needs a tune-up. No comment. Everybody now I'm going to say hello to Crow. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll say hello to Crow because then I can get to the bottom of the chat.
You're already there.
Am I? Oh, yeah.
Almost. Like maybe a
Almost.
couple more steps, depending on where you stop.
Jimmy, you're just showing off now. Oh. Chat's skipping on me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll back up a bit. Boo says if you haven't already, if you must, go and check out and stuff to Crow of Judas. There's his link. Now there's proof that Crow and Phil are two different people. Right, because they're both in the chat at the same time. Could be ambidextrous, you don't know. Typing with both, actually no. Or typing with one hand and voice to text with the other. Ping! Oh, I don't normally get a ping. Philip, you're more trouble in the chat than you are when you're on the panel. May have plenty of lube, no tune-up. Okay, I need Steph to get a word in. Hey, Crow baby, I got some oil for you, baby. And I even read it out for her. I thought that was for Mythos. Hold on. Yeah. Who says? Oh, there you go. Philip's encouraging the conspiracy theory can be on 2 accounts. Just saying.
Can you be on two accounts on one phone? I mean, if you're at work,
Yeah,
that's two accounts on the phone. Unless you got 2 browsers and you're like multi-screening on your phone, that'd be kind of hard to read.
You might have 2 phones.
Ah, one for each pocket.
So Steph says Crow needs me at the moment. Okay. She's so dedicated. And Boo says, and he's closer to. I wonder if Crow's still listening or he's run. Oh, I have Mr. Spookfest coming in. I have to apologise to Mr. Spookfest because I was about to go into, I said I'll go into the live and I'll be lurking because I need to lie down, and I think I fell asleep before we went live.
Same broken
I
truck.
was so exhausted. Wayne says it's easy to use 2 accounts at the same time. Even I can do it, and I'm ancient. I'm not going to ask why you use 2 accounts at the same time, Wayne. Steph says, that a girl spirit animal? You're welcome, sweetie. I've got you back. Maintenance advice from Philip. Crow, you can't run your truck. Find your words, Sarah. You can't run your truck on gizzard oil. There you go. Firefly, hello. This chat's going way quick tonight. Wisdom's not going to win edgeways while I get to the bottom of the chat. All right, we'll be lurking watching the movie Tarot. Is there a movie called Tarot? I did not know there was a movie called Tarot.
I haven't heard of it either.
Sue says, let's see them post at the same time. Yeah. So, 2 accounts, same broken truck. I'm not playing that video, Air Force. Love you to pieces, but no. Hang on. I'm pleased you had a good live stream to Spookfest. Like I say, I'm sorry. I was just so wiped out. I just literally went unconscious. Boo says one of Wayne Dawson's is a burner phone. We all know what those are used for. Yeah. I think he probably keeps one of them to put all his dad jokes on. He's got a fair stash of them. Oh, hang on. What's that me at the bottom of the chat? Oh, look at me at the bottom of the chat.
Ding.
Yeah. Oh.
Ding, ding, ding.
I use a separate account for a professional rugby club I work for. Yeah, actually, I've got more than one account, but I think what was saying was using them both at the same time without them to log in and out. Ding! Oh, look. Philip's doing some modding.
1, 2, 3. And 4.
Juniper says, my actual name is June. Every time I think about the bottom of the chat, Wayne pops up. My dad jokes come from deep inside me, then they get flushed down the toilet.
Well, that was a pretty
Okay.
bad
They come from within the soul, do they, Wayne? I'm ignoring Philip. I thought it was Mariah. No, dong.
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 Ring, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong.
I've missed loads this week. I have literally slept with so much this week when I've been able to.
Yeah,
First night. You have as well, haven't you?
I have. Once I started doing these animations and they're taking so long, I've just been like, I'm going to bed. It'll be done when I get up. I'm not going to wait for it.
Because I'm almost ready to start animating with my special projects. I know what I'm doing with it all now. So,
Nice.
and it's only, I think it's under 3 minutes, the music. But in animation time, is Debunk still here? Because he'll tell you. Yeah, in animation time, the way I'm doing it, that's a lot of
Yeah.
that's a lot of animation time. To Tuesday, Jimmy, who's on Tuesday? I don't think I've spotted who you put on Tuesday yet.
Jimmy did the game nights on Tuesdays.
No, I know, but I think he usually does an interview. I was wondering if he had an interview this week. Because he usually does the interview and then he does the game night. Juniper's, I drank a few tonights on the way with the fairies. Awesome!
Little Tuesday.
God, are the choir boys still going? I didn't know they were still going. I assume that's still Spike leading them. Does anybody, do any of the US people know who the choir boys are?
No.
Oh, Kenny Biddle. Billy, awesome.
That should be a cool live.
Remind me he needs to respond to my email. I've asked him for some help. Yeah, oh, I didn't know you had Kenny on. I don't know whether I'd just not. I've been asleep most of the week. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but I'll check that out. I'll make sure I'm watching that. Choirboy's still going. Spike, you swap. Still going. Still. Hang on, say that again. Yes, Choirboy's still going. Still Spike. You got them live in lead. Yeah. 'Cause I mean, you know, as one of the older personages in this chat, in the late 80s and early 90s, the Choir Boys were quite big, and Spike used to run a nightclub on a Tuesday night at Gossips with butts of Last of the Teenage Idols. I loved the Choir Boys. The reason I asked people in the US if they knew the name is I loved the show Peacemaker, and they mentioned them in that, and I thought, well, did the Choir Boys ever go over to the US? But maybe they did. You're gonna Beetlejuice Kenny next. He does pop in sometimes. He has been on a retreat. I expect he's a little tired, because I've seen the pictures of the brownies and the philosophical meetings in the bar. So Wisdom's telling me in chat that he's going to be right back. He couldn't have just said it. I've not heard. No, they weren't. I mean, they did all right. I thought they'd kind of disappeared. I knew Spike was still going because he's done some collaborations, but yeah, I didn't realise they were still on the circuit. Steph says Jimmy gives great interviews, great peeps. Yeah, he does. Speaking as one who's been on an interview with Jimmy, it's nice because doesn't ask the obvious questions. That's a nice chat. I'm ignoring it. Steph, Jimmy and Steph, they're as bad as each other, I've decided. Michael says, thanks for making me feel welcome in your show, Jimmy. That was fun. I have to do that again now that I know how StreamYard works. I'm such a StreamYard. You just got to get used to it, Michael. We all do. It feels really strange when you first start using it, but then it kind of comes second. I'm saying like I never make mistakes, but it does come second nature. I must remember Wiz isn't here, so I don't stop talking. Is Teshi in? Teshi! Hello, sweetie. How are we doing? Rob says Jimmy's the best interview. I'm biased too. Yeah, you mod for him. You've got to say that. It's part of the requirement of being Jimmy's mod. If you want info regarding rock and metal, just ask. Do you know something? If I come up with any more names in my head of who might actually still be going from that late 80s, early 90s period when I was on. I lived in London for about 6 years when I was younger, and just used to see everybody. So sometimes when I hear people still going, Tashi says, fantastic publishing, doing good here. How are you tonight? I'm alright. I'm pleased I was able to go live a little earlier because it means could maybe get some rest before daylight hits. Probably not. There we go, Steph. See, Steph says, and Steph is never wrong. There's my spirit animal never makes mistakes. If you don't know what that means, I'm Steph's spirit animal. I hold that lofty position. Saxon just released a new album. Good grief. Really? I mean, that's not late 80s, that's early 80s. Good for them for keeping going. So, ding ding. Thank you, Boo. Okay, we've got Rara from Steph. I was wondering where the dong was. That sounded wrong. Never heard of Saxon. Are they rock? Yeah, they are. They were what was known in the early 80s as the... Somebody help me here. New wave of British heavy metal. Judas Priest would be another band that fell under that. Iron Maiden a little bit, but I never really saw them as fully part of that. They were kind of their own machine. Cinderella and Rose Tattoo. I don't remember Rose Tattoo. I remember Cinderella. Steph enjoying that way too much.
Sorry, I had to empty the recycling from inside the house.
Got to be done.
Clean up all the stuff I spilled out here.
Okay, that's Wisdom emptying his trash. Judas Priest album, good.
Not here, beer.
I'm trying to work that out with Philip. Hot dog bell.
Ding, dong, dong, ding. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, yeah. Now I do know who you mean, Wayne. Judas Priest. I might have said this on a live stream before, but I'm going to say it again anyway. And I can hear that Wiz is on the beer. I'm sure it was Judas Priest. I'm sure it was Rob Halford. I'm sure it was him. They were one of the bands in the early 80s that used to be accused of worshipping the devil and putting things into their music that would convince fans to, if you play the album backwards.
Yeah, I remember that.
You'd be told to worship the devil. And I remember Rob Halford at one point at the same time, around that time, saying that if they were going to put secret messages into their albums, it would be telling people to buy more of their albums. Which, would have been a good point. Venom, yeah, I remember Venom. I think I saw Venom at one point. I saw so many.
That's where the paranormal fakery began, right? Is that part of your history, paranormal history research?
What?
Was it Helter Skelter? Or I can't remember what song it was that they said that if you play it backwards, there's a message in it, but there's really nothing there, and it was like just a big hoax, so people would start buying their albums.
Yeah, Helter Skelter did get that, I think, but it became really popular. It was more than one band got accused of it, that if you played the record backwards, you'd be told to worship the devil.
Yeah.
But it was Rob Halford. I'm 99.9% sure it was Rob Halford that said, if we're going to put a secret message in, we'd be getting people to buy more albums. Mm-hmm. It's throwing a hot dog at the bell. Well, that's hardly going to make much sound, is it?
It's a ding dong.
It's a ding dong. Oh, Steph's just said a dong donger.
Dong donga.
Whack the bell with a wiener. Should you be working?
I don't know if you use Udio anymore. I know I haven't really been using it, but they just updated it. Now you can do 2-minute songs on there.
Actually, I might actually try Udio again, because I've just done a song. Well, not song. I've done background music for the video I'm putting out this weekend, and I tried loads of times and I really couldn't get it to hit the mark. I've done it, but I might have a little go in Udio tomorrow just in case I get a better version. It was trying to get Suno to vary it, so it didn't all sound the same. So it's about 5.5 minutes long, and I wanted different sections to it, and Suno just wasn't playing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Udio's the main thing that changed with Udio, besides being able to do 2-minute tracks, is that to do a 2-minute track to start off with, which is your initial first 2 minutes of the song, it costs you twice the amount of credits as a regular generation of 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then every sequential generation after that is just a 30-second generation. So you get 2 minutes, and then everything after that is 30 seconds, pretty
Might
much.
do it tomorrow. I'm not even going to read that out, but if anybody wants to read what Seth's comment to Phil it was, it's gone. But it was funny. Yeah, the other band that used to get accused all the time a bit earlier was Pink Floyd. What's that theory that if you play Dark Side of the Moon to Wizard of Oz, it's supposed to make sense? Maybe you have to be smoking something for it to make sense. Yeah, Jet. Remember Jet? Venom still going. Good grief. Stu says, bloody dog kicked the HDMI lead out of my monitor. Dogs, cats, all sorts of little demons running around the place. Yeah. Oh, it was rife in the 80s. Even if you were just a rocker like me, you sometimes used to get assumed that you were, bad news. And I was such an angel. There's some horror movie I adore from the 80s that's about a teenager who evokes the spirit of his favourite hair metal singer by playing his record backwards. Is there? I don't remember that. Maybe that was during the Satanic Panic and was unfair. Yeah. Dee Snider. Dee Snider, if you like the Twisted Sister song, We're Not Gonna Take It, he does a beautiful acoustic version of it for charity. You can actually find it on YouTube. It's mainly just sort of him singing with a there's hardly any music behind it, and it's a much slower version. It's lovely. When Judas Priest played at the City Hall, Rob was trying to whip the audience, and someone grabbed the whip and pulled him into the crowd. I think that's happened more than once at the City Hall, because you're literally standing at the stage or sitting at the stage if they don't want you to stand up. Yeah, that's been the other person I saw. It wasn't at the City Hall; it was at the Marquee in London, which isn't there anymore, but it's a very famous club in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I saw Duff McKagan of Guns N' Roses play there. There's no seating; you're just standing. And he decided to crowd surf, but Duff McKagan's 6'4", and the crowd were like, "No way!" On the floor. The crowd just parted like the Red Sea, and yeah, smack onto the floor from the stage. You think so, Rob? Do you think he puts it on? You think it's an act? Philip hasn't touched Udio in ages. Wiz.
Yeah. I haven't either until recently. I just wanted to try it out when I saw it got an update recently. It's not too bad.
Dee Snider's a smart dude. He is. I'm trying to keep it a secret from Crow. Doing a video together about favourite horror films that didn't get enough credit. Well, just hope he's not lurking. Oh, is that why you didn't name it? Hang on. Movie actor statement. Mr. Teenager. I love how in the movie Ozzy played an uptight preacher. Yeah. Philip says, I need to try Stable Diffusion. You'll have to send me a link for it, Wiz. He's sitting in the chat barking orders at you.
I hear that. I already responded to him though. Yeah.
Alice Cooper, like Dee Snider's, he's another intelligent dude. Alice Cooper's actually very smart. And if you listen to Alice Cooper's lyrics, especially his earlier stuff, he's very on the ball. The 80s were fun. Do you know something? I actually, when I was teaching, I had students who were like, "Oh, I wish I was around in the 80s," and I used to tell them all I hated it. I actually hated the 80s. Yeah, being around in them. I look on them far more fondly now than I did when I was at the actual time. It's blooming bad fashion, bad hair, but I suppose I was a rocker, so it didn't really affect me. But if you're in the UK, it was a lot of digital music. Listen to me. Synthesizer music was what I meant to say. And I was a rocker and a musician, but I'm one of the best movies of decades, if not the best decade for movies. Though the movies that came out of the 80s were just. I don't think there'll ever really be another era quite like it for movies. Capturing the time. Yeah, I think Steph said she's met Alice a few times. Yeah, he is. He's. I've seen him live. I haven't met him, but I've seen him live. Amazing.
I've heard that about him.
Iggy Pop. There's a big festival. Well, I think you actually have a version of it in the US, but there's a big festival in the UK called Download, which is a heavy metal festival. And I went a few years ago, and he was actually on the bill. He was about halfway down the bill. I mean, it was still on when it was light and everything. And it was clear that most of the crowd didn't know who he was. But I tell you, by the end of that set, he had the crowd in the palm of his hand. He was amazing. He completely turned the crowd around.
I don't remember Iggy Pop music, but I loved him on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Love that cat. Yeah. I mean, I knew who he was, and I wasn't sort of a major fan. You know, like Iggy Pop, but live he was incredible. And the fact that you're dealing with an audience that he didn't really, because it was a hard rock. You know, I think. I mean that I can't remember. Metallica headline, but I think Slipknot were there, and I'd have to look it up who else was there. But yeah, they stuck Iggy Pop on sort of halfway down the bill. And people were like, you know, because went back the audience, turn them round. You remember the day the Warnings first record they probably were the first record of the Vine with a warning on it was Choose Your Illusions by Guns N' Roses. On the first. I'm trying to hit. Does Ozzy have Parkinson's? So I was going to kick down a bit. Yeah, I don't know whether it's Parkinson's or just side effects. Barking orders. Oh, is that what I said? Well, you know. Yeah, it's not still going, is it? But I did watch it at the time. The Osborne show. Alice Cooper admitted himself into a nut house to inspire him to making an album. Is that the was gonna say Welcome to My Nightmare, but it's not Welcome to My Nightmare. Can't remember what the album. Why can't I remember what the album's called? Somebody tell me what the album's called. It's the one with Stephen on it. I learned to do bad things in the 80s. Me too, Mike. Me too. Why did I just save myself? I don't know what I've done. What have I done? I'm trying to remember. I'm getting Alice Cooper album names wrong. What was the? Because I keep thinking. All I've got in my head is Welcome to My Nightmare. I can't remember what the one with Stephen on it is.
No.
What's the name of the band? Alice Cooper was the name of the band, yeah, initially, and then he took the name. Download is probably one of the best festivals in across the pond. What I like about Download is, I mean, I've been to a lot of festivals, but normally with me with festivals, you know, one or two bands you like, and then you just kind of milling around for the rest of it. But Download is one, whether you know the bands or not, you can just sit and watch the whole thing. I mean, I don't listen to that much of the really hard rock at home. I love going to see the shows. Because they all perform, you know, it's again, that's the 80s rocker in me. They don't just stand there and play, they put on a true performance. I didn't watch much of the Next Generation. Mick Fleetwood was on there. There's quite a few cameos on the Star Treks. Somebody please tell me what the Stephen album's called. It's annoying me. Let's have a look. Ozzy does have Parkinson's, okay.
Oh.
Debunk is here. Ned has a Mr. T Trapper Keeper who keeps all his secret notes and he swears it's the best thing to have come from the 80s. Mr. T or the Trapper Keeper, or the two things combined?
That was a trick answer.
No, it's not from the Inside album. I hate to argue with you, Wayne, because I actually love From the Inside album. That's the one with the Million Billion or that lot on. No, it was a concept album. It was the one with Only Women Bleed on. And Stephen. Might have to look it up. Oh, I'm talking complete rubbish. Mike says you can't say what he did in the 90s. Uh-huh. Well, we'll have to work on that one.
Did it have anything to do with minerals?
I reckon there's a good chance. You know, it was Welcome to My Nightmare. You know where I'm getting mixed up? I'm thinking of the album Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. That's why I'm saying it's not Welcome to My Nightmare. But yeah, you are. It was not. It's gone midnight, guys. Give me some slack. Yeah, it was Welcome to My Nightmare. Alice Cooper Goes to Hell is a really good album as well. Megadeth. I never quite got into Megadeth. Who's going to check the AC? Back in the 1900s? When you say it like that.
Like a whole 100 years ago.
Yeah, it's like, what? 24? I once
Almost a quarter of a decade ago. Or a quarter of a century ago. Almost.
Oh, shush. Shush. I knew a girl named Alice Cooper, and she was the ugliest woman I've ever seen. Then Alice Cooper shows up. And Johnny Depp is like, do you see what I mean? I haven't watched Dark Shadows in a while. That actually wasn't a bad movie. Pre-ding. I think I've still got it somewhere on DVD. One of those movies that was better than I thought it was going to be.
Ding!
I'm doing well for things, considering about 70 comments before I turned up. Ned's been having a midlife crisis, playing a lot of hair bands lately. Winger on repeat. Oh. Hang on. From the Inside was the album that got inspired by being in. Yeah, there are several. I love that album. There are several songs. Oh, that's the one that the last song is. We're All Crazy. I know my Alice Cooper. Well, I know the early albums. He's a funny guy and he's a smart guy. So we've got a pre-ding and a pre-dong. Awesome. Yes, Ned. Yes, Jonathan. Giselle says Ned needs to make a playlist. Wayne says, welcome to my night in my head. Steve Stevens, more known for Billy Idol. I've seen Billy Idol as well. Saw him in the late 80s. I was wondering what the noise was. It was Wisdom typing. If anyone has not hit the like button, it won't bite, I promise. Well, if you're being bitten by buttons lately, use caution in case I am wrong. Disclaimer from Wiz. Pre-dong sounds like a medical condition.
Now that was the car before they took it in 16 Candles. Dong, where's my car?
Yes, definitely. Wayne forgot, so well done for putting Wayne in his place to whatever you said to do. Hit the like button. I don't know Sir William of Broad. I don't know anybody these days. I just listen to older stuff. I used to show a horse who was named $1 Billion Baby because the owner was a huge Alice Cooper fan. Stu says, Steph, show a horse what? He knows you well. Well, spank my bottom, says Wayne. I'd say that in a Yorkshire accent, but I don't know if I can do a Yorkshire accent consciously. Billy Idol. Saw him at Wembley Arena. Sporting Motley Crue. And Skid Row was... Motley Crue sporting him. I can't remember which... No, he was headlining. With Motley Crue and Skid Row. Very posh. What was very posh? Dang. Oh, voice gone. Yes, Stu. There's a lot of front seat jump. I don't know what that means. Not sure I want to. Do you do a lot of gigs? Did you go to a lot of gigs, Wisdom? Or?
Not really. I went to a few concerts, but they were just like almost underground club concerts, just artists that showed up at clubs performing.
Yeah. The thing is, where I grew up, it was... I mean, I did go to concerts when I grew up. Stu mentioned Newcastle City Hall. It was usually there. But it was difficult to get to with being so out of the way. But when I was in London for 6 years, I was literally going 2 to 4 times a week.
I always wanted to go to a concert at Red Rocks Amphitheater, but I never got a chance to. I went there when I was in school for some sort of assembly thing that they did for schools, but it wasn't the same as going to a concert.
No, be a good. It'd be a good environment to see something like that, though.
People get stupid there, though. They had somebody climbing up on the rocks and fall off in the middle of a concert, being stupid, drinking.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Show jumper, Sarah, you know the horses jump fences. Do they? That's clever. Actually, we're surrounded by horses here. We've got opposite the other side of the road. We've got a load. We're next to the stables.
Cows will do it too.
What, jump?
Yeah. Used to have a cow from our neighbors a while back. Kept jumping into our yard to eat the grass on our side of the fence.
Really?
I'm sure that made some good burgers eventually.
Yeah, probably. Red Rock Where is Red Rock Amphitheatre?
It's in Colorado.
Oh, right.
Denver.
Boo says they saw a UFO concert at the Red Rocks not long ago.
Really?
Yeah, awesome. Okay, Wayne's got a technical question for you, Steph. Show jumping, what's the event where horses do tricks? Wayne wants to know. Ever see a chicken fly?
Yes. Not very far, though. The cow jumped over the moon. Yeah, that's true. They can jump quite high. Someone bought a new car. Will somebody get me a new car? Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
What UFO, the band? They still going as well. Dressage, that's the word I was trying to come up with and I couldn't remember it. I wanted to say decoupage. And I knew that was wrong, by the way.
Hi, Carla.
It's Carla in the house. Hey, Carla. Sorry, just pouring coffee. Need me coffee. Let's get... I haven't made time to get a new car. Go pick me one up, Mike. Yeah, Mike, pick me one up as well. But you'll need to move the steering wheel to the other side if you get me one. So if you can just sort that out as well and then send it over, that'd be awesome.
When they rent cars like that out here, like if you come from a foreign country, if you could actually rent a car with a Euro steering.
I don't know. I mean, I've driven in the States. It's not that. It's not that much of a change. Once you've sort of got your head wrapped around it, it's more getting to know the different. You know,
it's like
roads
through a mirror.
Yeah. It was easier than I expected. I'm not saying it was easy, but it was easier than I expected.
Yeah.
Hey, Carla. And I was only 19 at the time, so you know I hadn't been driving that long.
Yeah, the more you have it etched into your mind, the easier it is to get into your old normal habits of driving.
Yeah.
Especially if there's no one on the street and you're like, I don't feel comfortable on this side of the road, and next thing you know, you're on the wrong side of the road.
I think that that being said, I mean, I think I said in a previous live stream, I don't drive automatics. I've rarely driven an automatic.
Yeah.
I like my gears because I can control the car with the gears. But I think
Yeah.
if I was to drive in America again, in the States again, I'd probably want an automatic. Then I'd have to think less. And obviously the gear stick would be on the other side, etc. But maybe, and also maybe I'm too set in my ways now. I think I'd be more nervous now than I was then. I think my UFO may have finished recently. I'm sure there's still ongoing problems. Usually ongoing problems with.
That would be pretty odd, though, going from a standard shift using your left hand to going standard shift using your right hand all of a sudden.
Yeah, it would actually, because you'd have to rethink the direction that you're moving things in.
Yeah, I'd imagine that. One of the things I was wondering is if they have lots of freaking tourist accidents over there, tourists not knowing how to drive on the side of the road that you guys drive on.
I don't know about accidents. Occasionally, I have heard of them over the years, but it's more that you can see them trying to work it out, because where I am, you can see that with us it's Europeans, because it's very easy here in Europe to obviously you can just get the ferry. So I mean, a lot of people in the UK will drive over to the continent and tour around and vice versa. So you could often tell that they're a bit more cautious driving, but it's not usually a problem. I'm sure there's the odd accident where I mean, I do know somebody who was involved in an accident simply because he was actually English. This was years ago. He was actually English, but he actually had a crash on a country road and had to confess to the person he crashed into that they were both all right, but they had to confess to the person he crashed into that he'd spent 6 months in the States and had forgotten which side of the road to drive on.
Dang.
Because you just get into the habit of it.
Yeah.
About a month ago, not a lot of video of it, a real UFO or they're called the UAPs now, aren't they?
The heck is UAP?
What's it?
Unidentified phenomena?
Yeah. Don't know why they just didn't keep UFO, it just seems simpler.
It's a flying object.
Yeah. It hasn't been identified.
What it is, you don't know, because it's unidentified.
Exactly.
But it was flying.
I don't know if Crow has, because he's usually on the ball for stuff like that. Bob says, my bro brought me up on metal in the 80s, then the men started slowly looking more like women and probably used for hairspray. It killed metal for a while. Yeah. I actually like glam rock, Hanoi Rocks and people like that. But
was it Dolly Parton who started all the hair bands?
I'm sure she was responsible. I'm sure she's single-handedly responsible for starting glam rock.
Freaking Peggy Bundy.
Yeah. Back comb in the hair to make it look bigger. Which I've been responsible for myself in the past when I was younger. Stu says, what I was to say, my brother is older than me and had loads of rock and metal albums and left me some when he moved out.
If you don't know a fly's name, a fly is a UFO because it's not identified.
But isn't it identified as a fly?
No, it's a fly, but it's a flying object. You just don't know its name, so it's not identified.
Oh, okay. So you need to know its name. Good to know.
What kind of a fly was it? Was it really a fly? It could have been a horse fly.
You got it. Yeah. What kind? Yeah. What species?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I was to drive it in the States again, which wouldn't be very likely, but I'd have to have an automatic. Just one less thing to think about. Trying to drive in Boston is terrible.
Yeah, try to drive it in or around any metropolis type area is pretty terrible.
I've been to Boston, but didn't drive around it. Manual gears are the reason I never bothered to learn to drive. It was the hardest part of learning for me. But once I got it, you just don't think about it. So
I wouldn't recommend it in San Francisco, though.
oh God, no! But those hills.
Yeah, terrible. I had one when I lived there for a while.
I mean, it's bad enough around here because I mean we have some really steep hills and we're a very hilly area. So actually, you know, that you can end up down in first gear if it's really steep. But no, I wouldn't want to drive up those hills and knacker your gearbox.
No.
So yeah, it is a good idea to learn to drive on a manual because I don't know how it works in the States actually, but here I had a friend who learned to drive an automatic and it's all she could drive because you have to obviously learn to drive a manual. If you can pass your test in an automatic, but you can't drive a manual without a separate test.
Oh, that would be nice. I see so many people driving that probably shouldn't be driving.
Oh, well, I see that every day, especially in tourist season. It's one advantage of not having a car at the minute. I haven't got to deal with them. Wouldn't an orb be a UFO? Not when you know it's dust, sweetie. Not when you know it's dust.
It's too.
I can drive a manual, but it's harder to manage a coffee. You see, I'm well practiced at that. Hang on. Unidentified aerial phenomenon. Oh, that's what it is. UFO has bad feelings attached to it after all the years, so they changed it. Bad feelings. Oh, God.
Phenomena, though, makes it seem like it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, like it's something that happens rarely, or
Yeah.
it's something that's not real. That sounds like it's diminishing the entire title.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like it's half denied, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It was a weather balloon, honestly.
Yeah.
The UFO has
It
bad
was a
feelings.
crash bag blowing from some tornado that left it up in the atmosphere.
That is bizarre. So even UFOs have been offended.
Yeah, UAP sounds like a retail term.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Like ADA.
Yeah, there's the link to my Patreon. I will soon be revealing my secret project on there.
Ooh, secret project.
Ooh.
Did you see that video that Beardo put out that he said he couldn't debunk?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Oh
So
my
thank you for making me confess to that on the second live stream.
God.
Because I got caught out on Crow's live stream as well.
Just so you know, if you do get ready to watch it, go look at my comment in the comment section first. It'll tell you exactly how to debunk it.
All right. I am way behind on viewing this week. Yep, there's my merch.
Yeah, I caught Mr. Gray's freaking show from like 4 days ago. It showed up on my feed finally. I'm like, oh, yeah, I just made a freaking song about the Conjuring House the other day. And I'm just now seeing this, and you said exactly what I said in my song. Now I feel like I'm copying.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I think a load of people have said the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember who it was. So it might be somebody in the chat. It might be somebody who isn't. But the merch shop is up. There will be merch added. I will also be setting up a Redbubble with the merch on and extra products. So you can compare and contrast which one you actually buy from if you're if you're not in the UK or if you're a bit further afield. Compare. So, how far is it to the mainland? I think that's amazing, Robert. It used to take us longer than that. It's about 4 hours back in the old days, back in the old 1900s. That ferry that we used to take when I was a kid to Orkney, from the top of Scotland to Orkney, to get the cars on and off, it wasn't a roll-on, roll-off ferry. There was literally a huge crane that would pick each and every car up and put it on the ferry.
Oh wow!
It used to take hours.
I imagine that would take a lot longer.
Yeah.
The longest part of the trip was unloading and loading the cars.
Yeah. Well, it's a slower ferry though. It wasn't 1 hour 40. I think it was something like 4 hours. But we always had a running joke that when you got to the other end and you were waiting for the cars to be lifted off, ours always seemed to be last. But it's a much bigger, it's a new, obviously much bigger ferry now, newer, and you can just drive on and off.
People are trying to be the last ones in so they get their car first or something because that's the way they load and unload.
Actually, I don't remember how they did it because I don't remember it correlating to whether we were in first or not. We just always seemed to be last. Stu says driving on the left is the correct way, of course. That way you have your right hand free to swing your sword at attackers, although I'm left-handed. Wow, that's a bit of a quandary. Mike says half of ATL drivers should be banned from driving. I think a lot of drivers should be banned from driving just for being idiots.
They should also have age tests too for certain people. You get a certain age and you start forgetting the stuff that you learned before about driving.
Actually, in the UK, we do. You don't necessarily have to take a test, but I think you have to renew your license at 70, and you have to have your doctor prove that you're still functioning.
Retest vision and freaking memory.
Well, your doctor kind of confirms it. I don't think you have to actually take any tests. But if something happens to you and say a doctor or at your local surgery or at a hospital or anything decides that you can't drive anymore, they can take your license away. But most people, I mean, my dad was told he really shouldn't drive anymore because he had a heart condition. But he'd not been driving for about a year, which was surprised the fuck out of us because we thought he'd never give up driving. But he actually stopped. He actually stopped driving about a year before the hospital officially told him he couldn't drive anymore. Steph channeling Sammy Hagar. I know stuff.
Steph can't drive 55. So she's stuck doing 35 down the highway.
There's Carla's link for her channel. I think Carla did her first live this week. Let's have a look. So Spook Giselle's just subscribed to your channel. Awesome. Far behind am I? 4 minutes. Hey,
Really?
Wiz, you're slacking today. You normally tell me every 5 minutes how far behind chat you are.
I've been trying not to nag you because I'm actually reading the stuff that you put on the chat.
All right. Ever think bugs can be ghosts on that you think you have a big crook for no reason? I think I'd rather have a ghost.
Oh, I've had times where I felt like a bug was crawling on me, but there was nothing there. It's
Yeah.
creepy.
That's I have actually.
Especially through my hair or something. It's like you can feel like slight movement in your hair, and like there's nothing there though. That's creepy.
You need to take a plane to get to the Faroe Islands from Scotland, and the plane has to turn. Is it like? Oh, I really don't like flying. That would not make me happy. Booth says, well, I live 3 miles from where I worked, and it still took me 30 minutes to get there. That could happen to me when I lived in New York. If I hit it at the wrong time. Just depends what traffic you have to go through. Rob says, we have the quickest flight here. It lasts 60 seconds from West Grey to top of West Grey. Did it fly? That's my kind of flight, 60 seconds, yeah. Wish they all were that.
It's like an amusement park, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, when I go over to the States in a couple of years, if they can have sorted that out, 60 seconds to get over there, that would be awesome.
A minute flight. Take you longer to get on the plane and get off the plane.
Yeah. Actually, if you fly from London to Dublin, it's not 60 seconds, but if you fly from London to Dublin, you're almost taking off, getting up to height, turning to get back down to Dublin and then landing again. You're actually not flying for very long.
It's like you're on a roller coaster going up and then back down.
It's basically what you do from Heathrow to Dublin.
They don't have rails that go out there.
Rails?
Trolleys, trains.
No, Ireland's a separate island.
Oh,
You can take the ferry. You can take a ferry, but it's a long drive to get to the ferry. You've got to go through Wales. You've got to go past Beardo's house. I don't know. And the ferry probably takes longer. On a very rough sea.
I bet those ferries make so much money in concessions.
They can be quite expensive anyway.
I'd imagine. I haven't been on for a long time. When I lived in Washington, close to Seattle, used to take the ferry there quite a bit, but I'd imagine they make a ton of money on just freaking people come on there and then they're on there for an hour or two. So what are they going to do? Go grab something to eat, go grab something to drink.
Oh, yeah. Eat and drink. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Concessions, and they're not cheap.
No, just like movies. At least offer a freaking drive-in movie on a ferry. That'd be cool.
Could ghosts be the nightmares of dead people? Wouldn't the dead people be the ghosts? Where would the dead people be?
Yeah, but what would dead people dream about?
Being alive? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Flying, yep, it's stupid. Oh yeah, I'm terrified of flying. But I do.
Yeah, we're
It's
supposed to have cars by now. We don't, so you know. Thanks, Back to the Future.
I know, they lied to us. Is Orkney Islands where the plane take off on the beach? No. No, Orkney's got its own airport. Kirkwall, is it Kirkwall, Rob? I can't remember.
You know why we don't have flying cars? Because how the hell are you going to pull over somebody who's flying?
Exactly. Exactly. How do you put the lane? Where do you put the lanes? Come on. That was never a good idea, was it? They're tiny planes though that go to Orkney, which kind of makes it worse for me because the smaller the plane, the worse I am. But it's not a long flight.
With small passenger planes.
Yeah. If your shadow is 2D of your 3D body, we are a 3D shadow of our 4D.
What?
I need more coffee.
Yeah, I haven't drank coffee. Now I need coffee just to figure that one out. There's too many D's in there. There's like 3D. No, there's 4 D's in there, but they're like not all the same. Well, 2 of them are. So
Shouldn't you be working, Philip?
yeah, no doubt. Get back to work.
60 seconds or more like Star Trek that's beam me up, Sarah. No, I don't want to be beamed up. Because there is a theory, there's very genuinely a theory that actually, apparently they have somehow managed to transport something, a tiny thing from one place to another. But there is a theory that if you disintegrated me into my molecules and then redid me somewhere else, I wouldn't be the same person. So you're basically killing me and creating a new Sarah. I'm not chancing it. I'm sorry. As much as
Like
I would love to be beamed,
auto cloning. You get transported, and your next child is going to be born with birth defects.
Yeah. I've watched Star Trek. I know the science.
Did you ever watch the one with Scott Bakula?
Quantum Leap?
No, yeah, he's the guy from Quantum Leap. But Star Trek.
Enterprise, you mean? Yeah. I quite enjoyed that.
That was actually pretty good. I think they could have carried it on longer and ended it really messed up. But they had an episode where they did a thing about somebody who had gotten lost in a transport and they were trying to bring him back. That was a pretty sad story, but that was one of those things that makes you like, yeah, maybe transporter technology isn't very good.
Yeah. Well, DS9 did that a couple of times. Lots of cheap flights from Newcastle to London, go via Belfast, take foot. That's the stupid way around. Newcastle to London should be an hour. We'd have a right runway. It's tarmac. Yeah, there's a little airport on Orkney. Don't know if there is on Shetland. That might just be the sort of basic runway, but somebody can tell me that. The Ferrios. Hang on, just let me show that. No. Try again. The ferry over to Ireland would take money off me. I'd have to have more tequila to get there. Just get the plane. Okay. Subscribe to Debunk the Junk. Let's keep debunking. He needs to feed Ned. Keep him under control.
I wonder if he got his computer set up yet.
I don't know.
I was kind of anxious to see how it went. He said he was going to do a product review afterwards.
All right. I mean, I was in the last slide, but I was kind of lurking. Stuff says I try not to be someone's nightmare, but I can't help it. Shit happens sometimes. Oh no, you know. People will have to deal. Kirk, yeah, it is Kirk. Well, I thought it was. Nowhere else it'd rather it'd be actually on Orkney, really, is it? Stromness is where the ferry goes. Kirkle the plains. The theory that our attachment to things in our lives remains unresolved and death is what creates a haunt. Yeah.
It's an interesting theory, but
What?
nobody ever knows if it's really true or not. and it's not like you can prove it until you actually cross over. And then it's like, well, how do you prove it then? You got to deal with living people who aren't willing to accept the facts.
That's the problem with the paranormal, isn't it? Ultimately proving it.
Mm-hmm.
First, I need to tell my 4D self not to be so fat or stand in the light correctly. Okay. Kick wall, that could really hurt. Kirk wall. Kirk. We could just knock you out like they used to B.A. Barabbas on the 8th. They should. If somebody, honestly, seriously, if somebody said, Sarah, we'll give you general anesthesia when you're on the plane and you can just be unconscious the entire way, I'd let them. I'd be the happiest person ever. I'd be fine by that.
That's what the bar is for. When they come down with the trolley, you
Nothing
get shot
works.
you're on there.
Trust me, nothing works. I've tried tranquilizers. I've tried all sorts. Nothing works.
I remember that though. That was like one of the biggest things on A-Team. I haven't watched that in so long, so not since it was actually out. I mean,
I would be flying to Ireland. I don't think Julia wants me to be responsible for me crossing another ferry. I'd be a bit rough on the Irish ferry as well. That stretch of water. Rob says I'll get some small vids done to show you guys a few things here during the week. Awesome. Oh, she's going to make me want to go. Hang on. Sorry, my chat just jumped.
Nope. It was just a bunch of people saying a bunch of stuff at the same time.
Is that what it does it? 2024, why isn't teleportation a thing? Yeah, I'm still not getting in a teleporter. I'd rather get in a plane.
Well, forget a teleporter. Just give me a replicator.
How would that work?
I don't mean like a 3D printer. I mean something that can actually make something.
All right.
It literally have to take elements out of wherever it's located. So there would have to be some sort of containment unit that had all of the elements available to make that particular thing in order for it to create it. Just like a 3D printer needs what you call 3D printer ink, you know. But
yeah, you need the materials.
Yeah, pretty all much the same thing as using a printer to print something, but it's just actually getting the materials needed to make the thing that you're making.
Yeah.
And then a really good processor to process it all fast enough that it could actually make it in a real-time scenario.
Sounds complicated, Wiz.
It is. It's one of those over nerd things, you know?
Yeah. People try to knock themselves out on planes with alcohol, but it just ends up being kicked off. Yeah, no, it wouldn't work. It doesn't work for me. Some people insist they're being teleported. Okay. AA says, I'm a skeptic of the paranormal. I believe in the paranormal because I had a few things happen to me when I was a kid. Not so much as I got older. I wonder why this is your fault. There is a theory that you're more open to it as a kid, and as you grow up and you believe less, or you're more skeptical to it, you sort of closed off from it. Problem I have with that is I don't remember that many incidents happened to me as a kid, whereas I've had loads as an adult. But that being said, I was always interested in it as a kid, so I was always open to it. So maybe that was it. Yeah, there is a sort of general theory from parapsychology, from psychology, that from a psychological perspective.
I think it could have a lot to do with if you don't experience something as a kid and you experience it when you're older, you're programmed more to believe that it's not true or it's not real because you see so much fiction from the time that you've grown up.
Yeah, you see, one of the things I wonder about me, because I have had loads of experiences as an adult, well, from about sort of mid-teens onwards, but mainly as an adult. And I always say, well, I don't really remember any experience as a kid, but it's quite possible I did, but I just accepted it as being part of everyday life, and I didn't see it as being something strange, whereas as an adult, obviously, you see it as something strange. I do keep racking my brain thinking, well, did I have experiences as a kid? And I can't, until about I was sort of 14, 15, I don't remember any. Who says my chat didn't jump? Sure it did, Sarah. You just want to get to the bottom of the chat. It did jump. I went back up, Boo. I was a good girl.
You're still not at the bottom.
That's why I'm still not at the bottom, because I went back up.
It's all your fault because you haven't said ding yet.
I want a great white shark so I can teach them to eat certain hovercraft drivers who don't know how to hovercraft when hovering over the ocean. I'm trying to think if I've ever been on a hovercraft. I think I have once. They are not the most comfortable. Yes, I have. I've been on a hovercraft in France because they used to be quite popular to go to France. I don't know if they still do them. They are not comfortable things to ride on. They're really not. Hover makes it sound very smooth. They are anything but smooth.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I've never been on one either.
Steph, I feel attacked. Oh, what's she done now? Can't leave her alone for a second. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to scroll back up the chat because I'll get moaned at again. Yeah, I think you're more sensitive to things as a kid. I think is the theory.
It's because you're more of a sponge when you're younger than you are when you're older. You absorbed all kinds of other stuff when you're older, but when you're young, you're still absorbing it all.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Sort of wide-eyed wonder at the world, you know.
Yeah.
Steph, the de-hovercrafter. She gets a new title every live stream. Hey, Datsun, how you doing? I'm pleased I started the live early actually because I am really tired. I'm flagging. A lot of skeptical people say we remember the weird stuff but forget all the other things. But I think we forget a lot of the weird stuff, especially when we're kids. Yeah, I kind of on that because I find it very weird that I don't remember much as a kid or anything actually as a kid, but as an adult, loads. I just don't think I questioned it as a kid. I'm far behind it. I'm not too bad. Oh, I like Datsun turned up. Everybody's saying hello. I can move now. I can't say ding until she gets to the bottom of the... Oh, Booby wants to say ding. Wants to say dong. Hey, Jethro. Teshi says, yeah, sure, fantastic. We believe you, the chat just jumps. It does. It does. It's like magic. Like magic chat. I remember loads happened to me when I was young, not so much now. See, the thing is, I've actually got pretty good memory of being, especially really young. So I do have fairly good memories of being young, especially sort of 10 and under, but I just don't remember any paranormal. Steph says, I told them I only nibble at my spirit animal when she comes out, makes me take a big bite. Right, blaming me. I'm getting the blame here. I didn't do the weird shit when I was a kid. No, I don't think I must have done. This is a cookie. Packing up house, getting ready to move. Oh. To a better place, Datsun. Always assumed it was another part of reality. Yeah. You kind of take it as this is the way the world is because you're learning on with the shape of the world anyway, so you're not really going to question anything you see, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay. Who got to do the dings? When I was interviewing someone once, I remember loads of stuff from when I was younger, not just as a kid, but early teens too. Yeah, I kind of wonder, Stu, if maybe something will sort of trigger me. Not maybe it's not bringing a memory back, but suddenly looking at an old memory in a different way and realizing it wasn't quite what it seemed. So, Rob said, I hope it's got a big garage that's in. Karen. Oh, I'm at the bottom of the chat. Again. Where's me dings? I've earned me dings. Oh. We've done 1 hour 41. Thank you, Boo. And nothing I'm hitting is... Oh, no, I did just that one to show up. Things from Tessie. Chessie. Mike. A dingus from Stu. Thanks, Stu. A few Brits in the chat. Daft enough like me to still be awake at this hour. Well, I suppose it's Saturday or Sunday now.
You didn't find the other bag?
No, I didn't.
Put it on the share arm, so it's probably floor under the share somewhere.
Opal hunting. Ooh.
Oh, I want to go geode.
That sounds good.
Opal Creek, which is near where we went camping in this resource.
Philip skiving from work again. Opal country a bit warmer than the Gong. Oh, no, oh, thank you. Oh, that was too much. That was included on a TV series that Griff Rhys-Jones did, looking for the opals and explaining how some are worth more than others. I didn't know how they actually found those particular Stay tuned isn't on the stream because he's actually at work, believe it or not. He's supposed to be anyway. He's on his phone at work. I should have lied then, shouldn't I? I should have said, oh no, we're not, he's not allowed on the stream anymore. Be naughty. Tracing up, yeah, no, this document. Well, it's a documentary. It's like a TV series that one of our British comedians did. People in the chat, Brits in the chat will know Griff Rhys-Jones. He's done two actually. He's done one in Australia and he's done one in New Zealand. And yeah, the Australian one. One of the things he does is go opal hunting, phosphating. Philip says he's running on Rockstar Energy and 2 hours sleep for 3 days. Is that what it is? Rockstar Energy? I'll just call it being overtired.
I heard somebody going pop, pop, pop. Where are you? I know Uncle Radar's over here. He was. Pop, pop.
Not fun hot today. Hope you're staying hydrated. I think it has to when he's at work.
Beer hydration.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the way he's put that. I'm at work. Didn't say he was working.
Yeah, that's a good yeah.
Oh, Stu, me too. Do they still sell April fruits?
I think Phil just goes to work just to complain about the heat.
Well, I'm get paid. I think he likes
I don't know. I think his Winnebago wash should do a lot better.
So, opal fruit's made to make your mouth water. The advert used to say. It lied because they didn't help. We still wanted a glass of water after it. I drink like 2 gallons of water at work.
At the same time,
I think he means over the shift.
oh,
Oh, is that what Starburst are? They just changed the name. Sneaky. Yeah, I'm UK, but I'm pretty much on East Coast hours these days. Doing this. Fortunately, I'm self-employed, so I can get away with it.
do they pay higher wages for like overnight workers there?
Well, most places do, don't they? Unless it's part of the contract.
Well, I know they did in the U.S., and that's why I got into graveyard shifts growing up. But I was just curious if it was the same way over there.
Over here, yeah. Air Force money in my bank account's gone short. Shirt ordered immediately after that. Awesome. Guys, those will get the shirts from me. I did have the company recommended it. This is what Beardo uses. So,
Yeah, Sleepy Demon shirt looks awesome.
yeah. I mean, there will be more added, but please let me know. I mean, that they're okay. I'm going to order one myself, but because it was recommended from Beardo and Segs merch, that's kind of why I went with it.
Yeah. Beardo used to use something else, and I guess he had a problem with them and switched not too long back.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. I used to use T-Mill. I tested out T-Mill and they were awful.
I think that's what Beardo used at first as well.
What happened with me was I actually nothing to do with the channel now. It was to do with just my artwork in general. I thought, well, I'll start doing some T-shirts. And somebody put I'm on Etsy. I was on Etsy at the time. I'm going to be going back onto Etsy, but I was on Etsy at the time, and on Etsy you can actually set it up so they buy off Etsy, but then it sends it through to the company and they make it and send it. And they didn't do it, and I lost the money. I had to refund the customer. I never got the money back.
That might have been what set him off, because I know he was having problems. I believe it was delivery to some places too. They just weren't getting their merch at all.
No, that's what happened with me, but instead of them refunding, I had to refund, so...
Yeah.
And I never got, so I never got the money for it, so I basically was out, whatever the cost was, about £30, I think. So, but I'm actually, in a way, I'm pleased that happened, because it meant that I knew to look for something else for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Air Force, feel free. Feel absolutely free. You have my permission.
Are you going live, Air Force? Did I hear you got 100 over 50 subs now?
He said he'd got enough to go live. So, sweetie,
Why
let
not?
us know when you're going live.
Heck yeah. I'll try not to step on your toes, because you got a big foot.
We've got Wayne in chat for the dad jokes. Thanks, Wiz.
Oh, sorry.
And Philip.
I didn't step on your toes, Wayne. They're not as big as Air Force's, though.
Stu says you used to get triple pay for working nights or on a Sunday in supermarkets, but then Sunday... Yeah, they got really mean on Sundays here. Because you used to get at least double time on a Sunday, and they don't anymore. T-Mill's website was just crap, and we couldn't even get on it to see his merch. I think that's why I went. Yeah, it was a bad. It's a bad website. It wasn't particularly easy to use. I've actually found Spreadshop very easy to use, and it's a nice, clean setup.
It's the same thing that Seg uses too, because I've heard so much good things about the quality of Beardo's merch and Seg's merch both.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when I looked, Seg was using it as well. So I thought, well, that's Australia and UK for a start. Yeah, I've heard good things about. I'd already heard good things about Segs. It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Everybody was wearing a Grim Reaper t-shirt. I think half the community bought them. But then when I was asking in chat, because I think Wayne and might have been Geraldine. Or somebody else had said they'd bought Beardo's stuff, and it was really good.
Yeah.
So
it was a thing that I didn't like when Beardo switched, because the size of his Beardo, the one that he got the tattoo on his hand.
Yeah.
He had a shirt like that, but they totally reduced it in size for the shirt, and I was like, "Could you make it bigger?" It loses something in the sizing that makes it look like crap. I'm like, I guess I can understand that then.
I don't know, because when I put mine on, they let you size it onto you can only put it in certain places and certain size, but they let you make things bigger or smaller as you want, really. Yeah, that's good. It's good to know. So, just when did you do paranormal investigations? Not at the moment. I am in the process of possibly doing one soon. Well, sometime. I don't know when it'll be. That
would be cool. I'd like to see you do something with Mythos. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've sent Mythos, because Mythos lives in this. If people don't know, Mythos lives in the same region as I do. If I hadn't moved around so much, I'd have a very similar accent, but I've lost my accent. And where he went in his investigation video, the place called Winter Gibbet is actually near me. The hill's near me. We're actually at the foot. I'm actually at the foot of the hills, called the Cheviots, and Winter Gibbet's up on the Cheviots. So Mythos about a week ago was in the live stream and asked me for further locations, because I have a big. Most people in here are going to know this, but I have a real problem with everybody always paying for a lot of money to go to the same place time and time again, when there's so many places you can go to for free. You can go up to Winter Gibbet for free. It's in the middle of nowhere. And the county I live in, I could probably come up with about 50 different places. So I've sent Mythos a preliminary list. He did say that at some point, if I wanted to go with him, he was happy for me to go along. But one of the places,
they market them off and sell them off so quick, people buy them up and start charging for them.
For what?
For visiting these places that are free.
The only place I ever see people visit in Northumberland is about 10 miles from me, probably not even that, and it's called Chillingham Castle. Even Sam and Colby have been to Chillingham Castle.
Yeah, I've seen a few Chillingham castles, I think.
Your brothers have done it, but it's like when Mythos was in the chat, he was saying that to investigate Chillingham Castle for one night is £800. That is so not worth it. I'm sorry, that is not worth it. I've been to Chillingham Castle.
That's what everybody's saying about freaking Conjuring House.
It's like, well, my feeling is, and this will be in the States as well, and it's not just the Conjuring House. There's so many different places that charge a fortune. And it's like, I can recommend. I'm trying to think. I'm not going to say where they are, because I don't want people to know. But because I don't want people leaping on the idea. I want Mythos to get first. Get in there first. But I sent him about I sent 4 main ones because I thought of 2 immediately when he was in chat, and I sent those. There's 2 that I've heard local stories about because I live here, and one of them I'm really excited about. I'm going to do a deep dive because the story, if I can get the details, is amazing.
Hmm.
And then I sent him about 3 or 4 different other general locations, and that was just me sending that first email off. And all of them are free. Each and every one of them, you wouldn't pay a penny to go to.
Oh, see, that's nice stuff right there. I like that.
Yeah. The only thing with most of them is that they're outdoors, most of them. But I am going to put feelers out because I do have contacts. Because I have a friend who goes round all the locations, hotels, castles, restaurants, etc., and supplying alcohol. And he actually said to me a few months ago, Sarah, I can't remember where he said it was, but I know places that could probably let you in and do some investigating. And at the time I said, no, I'm not ready yet. I really don't want to waste somebody's time by going in and I don't know what I'm doing. But when after Mythos asked me I to give him locations, I thought, but I could actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my friend again and see if any locations could come up, because I can always say, I can't do it, or certainly not do it on my own, and I could actually maybe sort of get Mythos into 1 or 2 places. I'm going to try.
I think investigators should get more professional and start charging places to let them investigate there. Screw paying freaking fees to go to a paranormal place. Screw that. If they want your money, freaking, they should earn it by providing actual, real, physical evidence that is unrefutable by science or any other debunking means. Other than that,
the other thing is, I would make no difference, right, if I went and put it on my channel. But Mythos is a big YouTuber in the UK. He's got 25,000 subs almost, something like that. So that's a huge advertisement for a location.
Exactly. He shouldn't be paying to go to places. They should be paying him to come to them and investigate and prove that what they're saying is actually real. But they won't do that. No, they want to charge money and freaking make money off of the whole idea. So you're getting paid for an idea or a fake statement or a fake history or something that's made up. Or, oh, hey, I got this on a GhostTube app, and it said that there's a demon here, so we're going to charge you $100 to come investigate this place. And if it gets really crowded, we're going to have to start charging more. I mean, come on.
I'd always suspected it's Stu because of the accent. I don't know exactly where it is, by the way. But he is in the northeast. So... that's why he ended up coming up to Winter Gibbet, and I know he does come up into Northumberland to visit. So, okay, Jeffrey, that's awesome. Thank you for being here and leaving it running in the background.
Lurkers are all.
Stu, you have no idea the list of instructions I've already got from Steph. She has already nagged me about it, believe me. Yes, she wants, oh God, I hope Mythos isn't in today. Wants some Mythos chest hair for a souvenir. She's offered to be site manager. She wants any Polaroids I take. What about the Ouija Brothers? They're great. Yeah, the Ouija Brothers, I'll be honest, I don't get much time to watch everybody, so I tend to not watch one person all the time. I tend to sort of switch around to try and get through people. But they've done really well, the Ouija Brothers. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
Most haunted. Yes, there's a hotel in Almouth called the Schooner Hotel that actually has on the front that it's a haunted hotel. It's always been it's always been said that it's haunted. Let's put it that way. And most haunted did go. The only problem with the schooner. How can I put this without getting sued? It's got its problems. I don't think it's been refurbished since I was a kid. So I don't know how. I mean, it'd be worth a try. But I don't know how amenable they would be for an investigation. Let's put it that way. That's me being yeah. So get us. I ain't got a car at the minute, Stu. That's the problem. But at some point when I've got my car again, I have to go on an investigation with you, sweetie. Haunted location makes you pay them to yeah, exactly. I think that's what Wiz is saying, isn't it, Wiz? You know, they should pay you.
Exactly.
If you're over a certain size, then
You want to get famous, get some real evidence. You want some real evidence, get a real investigator, and get that evidence. Problem solved.
Ches is trying to arrange an investigation in Marsden Grotto. You mean where the restaurant is? Oh, that restaurant. Now I'm hungry. They have got an amazing restaurant at Marsden Grotto. Fish restaurant. Yeah, it's probably what I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing she's trying to negotiate with the restaurant, maybe, because
That'd be cool.
There.
Ches is cool. I love Chesa. She's great.
And if she can swing that, that is a really good location.
Yeah,
it's further south. It's much further south than me. But that's what I mean. It's like also, you know, it happens often with rural areas, and areas that you know. Often it's who you know. It's not anything else. That's what I mean. I'm going to ask my friend again to see if he can arrange anything. Whether I do it or whether I give the information to Mythos. Then at least there'd be some indoor opportunities. So
where all the posh ghosts go.
Oh, well, let me write that down. Stu. I don't mind paying for an overnight stay. It's when they pay you. It's when they want to charge you for blooming doing the hunt. Crew arms. I've really got to try and speed up getting another car. It's going to take a few months, but yeah, I should have. Actually, if you give me a second, I'll see if I can pull up a picture of Marsden Grotto. I want to go back for the food.
Are we reached a good portion of the live?
Yeah, I think we just got into because somebody mentioned Marsden. Because you mentioned Marsden Grotto.
So close to a ding. I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Ding.
I'm not going to get to a ding because I'm going to show some pictures. Hang on. So. Right, so is that showing up? No.
Not yet.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
So I'll just enlarge some of those for you. So I'll just go into the So that's the sort of panoramic view.
It's like right on the coast, or?
Oh yeah, it's right on the coast.
That's pretty.
And the grotto itself, as you can see, it's actually built in cliffs. So yeah, if she could get permission to say be there after hours, that's an amazing location to actually. So be interesting one for the acoustics, mind. That what you see, I don't know how well you can see it the way I'm presenting the pictures, but what you see there is that's how you actually get down to it. It's a lift down to it from the top of the cliff. So yeah, I hope, fingers crossed for her. Really, I really hope that she manages that, because that's an awesome location to find. It's a beautiful place, Boo, and it's very, very tasty food. Yeah, it's the other thing with the Marsden Grotto is like Stu says, sort of interesting carvings, the sort of story behind it, which I always think adds. Sorry, I'm going to go up the chat a bit because I've missed some. Only grotto I've ever been to is at Leeds Castle. I had to go through a maze to get to it. I'd still be there if my friends weren't good at it. Yeah. Hang on. No, I think I'm pretty much covered. Ding. There you go. Yeah, and we have just. I'm saying 50 in Northumberland, but probably around the northeast there's be well over 100, and they're either completely free or if you know the right person, you could probably a bit like Stu said about was it the Lord Crew Arms. You know, most you'd be paying is just to be able to stay the night. You're not paying to investigate. But I need to practice holding a camera the right way up, I'll be honest. Just got Ned home from the party. He's currently in the bathtub trying to scrub off his artwork. I think henna might take a little bit of time. Welcome back, Ned and Debunk Junk. How have I been going? 2 hours. See, I was originally going to start now. You could have just investigated, not tell them. I'm pretty sure that's been done quite a bit. You know, when people investigate hotel rooms, like at Disney. Just turn the camera on and go for it. Actually, I think Seg's debunked 1 or 2 people who've investigated and not told the owners. Then grass them up. Yeah, there's Debunk's channel. Ned should use chalk next time. Yeah, come off easier. I think Haunted went to Lord Crew Arms too. I think that's the one where the TV kept turning on in their room. Yeah. Actually, do you know the other one that was used, and this was a while ago, but I can't remember what the pub's called, is in Bolden. It's next to the auction rooms, and that is supposed to be really haunted. That's got a long history of, but that's been done up quite recent. Well, it might not be that one, but certainly there's one in Bolden that I've seen a TV show go to. Steph wants to know, is Ned naked and wet? Why does Steph want to know this? Ghostpurse wants to know if Ned wears clothes. It would. Be interesting to see what happens with Chazza. Ned is always naked and by the looks of it, always wet. Okay. The thing is, I mean, Stu, you know just how many locations up here if people can get permission to go inside, and then so many more that you don't need permission because it's in the middle, you know, free. Castle ruins and gibbets and places. I'm trying not to give the locations away, but places like that you don't have to pay for. I think they are finally doing it at the Cooperage in Newcastle. Oh, really? If that opens again, that would be great. Lots of weird stuff happened in there. All over the counties. All over 3-4 counties. Shadmice, hello. Just been lurking, listening to the stream. Hope everyone's had a good day. I've had a good day, just long. Because I actually haven't had sleep today. I've already done one live stream. So, everybody's saying hello to Shadow Mice. That'll give me time to pour coffee. I mean, I don't know how it works in sort of US and Oz and everything, but and it wouldn't necessarily be all over the UK, but we're an ancient country, so there's always locations. I mean, one of the locations I found that a friend told me about, I didn't even know anything about the history of it being haunted. That sort of word of mouth.
Ancient England history, huh?
Yeah. And I'm not going to say where it is, and I've obviously got to check out the story, but it involves criminals and an old tavern and stocks and a gibbet and people carrying bodies and a place called actually I won't say what the place was called, but yeah, and it's and sightings have been made. Whether they really have been made, I don't know, but I really want to do a deep dive into it, but it's going to take me a while. As she says, Shadow Mice been lurking because there's a cat in the chat. There is a cat in the chat, and it's called Teshu. Ned loves kilt, swears he's a Highlander. Freedom. Love a free swing it. Steph, what are we going to do with you, Steph? I would love to do investigation and bring someone along who can speak old or middle English, because if the ghosts are ancient, they won't be on standard world to be safe. That's the old argument, isn't it? You know how they actually understand, or how they all speak English, or if they've got back to Star Trek universal translators. Oh no! See, Shadow Mice has got a cat on the shoulder. Isn't Highlander on Highlander? There can be only one. I think he was talking about Braveheart. Are we getting? Yeah. I suppose technically he was a Highlander in Braveheart, but I haven't seen Highlander in ages. Might have to give that a rewatch. Teshin Shadow Mice, yeah. Philip says, real men wear kilts to keep the broadsword free. Steph says, you're gonna love me, that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, we have no choice. And as Stu said, Steph, if you insist. Could play a little hard to get, Stu. Tashi says he's licking his chops and staring at you. Cat and mice in the chat. Now I've let me coffee go cold. This is a disaster. Give me a sec.
Ding.
Sarah needs new coffee. Yeah, Ding hot dog. He's got to put a hot dog in there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he wants his ding dong.
All right, okay, is that what it is? Men really hard to get, says Boo. Kumi never says Stu. The only thing I want right now is fresh coffee.
Not just coffee, not just hot, piping, steaming hot, but fresh.
Fresh in the mug, out of the flask, yeah. I'm well prepared when I do a live stream usually. Especially in the middle of the night. I don't always in the day, but I got through a 4.5 hours live stream with Crow without coffee. Well, 4 hours because I didn't get notification. Stupid YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube stupid. Better licking his chops than my dogs. Okay. Thanks, Stu. Chat's degenerated. Are you still going live, Wiz?
I'm probably going to go live. I'll figure out something to do eventually.
Okay. I watched some Grim Life last night. They went to a place called Yester Castle in Scotland. It looks like it would be great to investigate. Apparently it was built by goblins.
Goblin Town. Down to Goblin Town. Ho, ho, my lad. Yo, ho, my lad.
Actually, I'm not far from the border. I could actually look over the border as well. Don't we all degenerate? I can start talking food porn here. You go for it because I'm hungry anyway. Yeah. Wiz was talking about going live, so the arrangement was he'll go live after I finished. I think the Edinburgh Bolts would charge a fortune, to be honest. But I would imagine there's places around there that wouldn't, or that you could go to for nothing. So yeah, I mean, I'm only about 20 miles from the border here, so it would be possible. And actually, Stu, the one place I didn't look into because I'm less familiar with it is down over the Kielder area. There must be places around there that could be investigated. Yeah, Rob says I asked for the food porn section. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I put the food porn section in the Discord. You like my pirate tonight? Yeah, actually, my pirate. I had done a new video for tonight, but stupid StreamYard wouldn't let me upload. I think it's probably my laptop that wasn't letting me upload actually. But the pirate's there for a reason, and when my next video comes out, you will see why there is a pirate theme.
Ooh.
Crow's not here at least, so no talks of farts and Joss. He hasn't mentioned that for a bit.
No, he hasn't.
But if he's still lurking, he probably will now. Oh yeah, farts and jars.
Maybe steroid farts don't smell so bad.
Maybe. I'm sure, although most of Old Kielder is underwater, so you need scuba. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but those are the places around in the forest that you could possibly. I don't know. I actually don't know Kielder that well. I have been a few times, but yeah. Yeah, the pirate will become very evident. Probably by US time tomorrow night if I can get it done, because I'm trying to do original artwork for it. It's my I'm kind of doing a what's the word? I'm kind of doing a reboot after the demonetization, because obviously I've got to do my content differently, and I'm doing quite a bit differently. So it's kind of not. It'll only be a very quick video, but I want to do a live drawing with it while I explain what's going on and where I'm taking the channel. It's still paranormal and, you know, connected to the debunking community, but YouTube have pissed me off, so I've decided I'm just going to do what I want.
I've noticed something in the settings I'll bring up in my next live about their community, what do they call it? Their community strikes or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a tiny little thing that they're adding in about AI, and it's just about claiming your content and what you use to create it, which is something that I've always done from the beginning. In all of my descriptions, I write in there which AI I've used for artwork or for music or whatever, and include that it's my own lyrics or whether it's not my own lyrics and I'm just messing with the AI. But at the same time, they've got a little statement in there talking about disclosing usage of altered or synthetic material.
Yeah, I'm not. Thing is, Wiz, I'm not sure that's enough, because I did that in my appeal video. Don't think it didn't really wash. But they did say about, well, actually, it wasn't them. There are some videos on YouTube that tell you how to sort of do your appeal, and they said make sure that your descriptions are fully explanatory and, you know, that where have you got everything from. But they wouldn't have made it didn't make any difference. I did a really good appeal video.
Yeah, they have a thing in there that says if you call out your stuff in your description, it gives them the right to actually add freaking AI generated whatever their thing is into your videos automatically if they want.
Yeah, what I'm trying to tell you is that doesn't make a huge amount of difference for monetization. They can still take it against you. They have never actually said to me it was the AI, but I can't think of anything else.
Other than the credit for it, that's the only thing I could think is.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is you can use AI on YouTube, but being monetized is a different matter. You know, so if you're not monetized, they don't care. But if you're trying to be monetized, that's a different story, especially when it comes to them putting adverts on. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't exactly see that all the time though, because I see a lot of AI usage in monetized channels out there already.
Yeah,
especially in creating thumbnails or freaking narrator voices or things like that.
Yeah, it's how you use it. Honestly, you're looking for logic where there isn't any. Trust me. It's how you use it, and if they decide that you can, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So one channel can get away with it, and another channel isn't. And it could be the tiniest little thing that makes a difference.
Yeah, it's like all the fakers out there who are putting up stuff that aren't claiming that it's not real are breaking YouTube policy.
Yeah, but that's a different issue. That's a different issue. But I'm sorry, but if you've got a channel that's got 12 million subscribers, you're not going to demonetize them, are you?
No, likely not, but
bigger channels get away with a lot more than smaller channels do.
That's them calling freaking kettle black, you know?
Oh, Stu. Like EMF, it's unbelievable. Thanks for the earworm. Yeah, that's the problem. It's so vague. So my attitude is just wipe, not use it at all. You know, it's like I'm using it for the live, but and I'll use it a little bit, but I won't use it anywhere near what I was using it for as much. But we're doing the merchandise. I'm not going to stop using the background music because I pay Suno. Technically,
And there she went again. See, this is why everybody wants me to go live, because I'm already live. No, I don't know. She'll be back in like 6 seconds. I'm guessing 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. She's waiting. She's already here. 1. No, she lost it again. It's gonna be another 3 seconds or so. All right. Where's the UFO squad? Come on, we got to figure out what happened to Fantastique now. She got abducted by aliens. YouTube is calling her out. They don't want her to know what she did wrong because they know that what she's doing is good and it's worth doing. Yeah, she did a nice little disappearing act here. Harry Houdini would have been proud. But I'm sure she'll be back as soon as the water drains from the tank that had her handcuffed inside of it. There she goes. See? I told you.
oh, I'm gonna have to. Next time I go live, I'm gonna have to put this microphone into a different USB port.
Uh-oh, faulty USB.
Yeah. But say her name 3 times. She's not Bloody Mary. or Beetlejuice, or Crow, or Penny. Who else? Who else has Philip said 3 times and they've turned up?
Like everybody who showed up.
Yeah.
He's probably the one who invented the Beetlejuice curse.
Probably. Hey, John. I'm not saying that 3 times. As much as I love Tony Todd, no.
Tony Todd.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That'll work. He was in Deep Space Nine. Tony Todd was in Deep Space Nine. He's another one who's been in Star Trek.
Yeah, he played Jake Sisko as an older Jake Sisko in an episode. That was a good episode. I actually liked that one. I wasn't too much of a Jake Sisko fan myself.
Publishing pirate. You have no idea what's coming up on the publishing side. Tony Todd has been... Actually, if you're on my Patreon, you do know what's coming up on some of it anyway. Tony Todd has been in lots of things. Yeah, I do like Tony Todd. He was in Criminal Minds as well. Oh, he's also in Final Destination. Just about every Star Trek. Yeah, some Star Trek did tend to get some actors in more than one of the series. I can't wait to see what's good. Yeah, Boo knows some of the secrets. Don't know what my secret project is, though. Actually, I think the only person who knows what my secret project is Philip. Because he's been helping me with the software for... Actually, I might have mentioned it to Wiz. Maybe Wiz knows. Oh yeah, there's Wiz's link, by the way. If you're not subscribed to Wiz, he will be going live. Go and show him some love. Say hello to him in his live and sub if you're not subbed, please. Philip. Mwahaha. Secrets. Actually, the only reason that what I call it my secret project is a secret is I'm not doing it for anything other than me. But it's just an idea I had and I wanted to do, but I did need permission for it, which is why it's secret. I have permission for it, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. The old Paramount shows like the original Star Trek and Mission Impossible reuse loads of the same. Yeah, I mean there are some actors. I mean in the one I know best is Deep Space Nine for Star Trek, and there's some actors that played more than one character. I mean Jeff Koons played about at least 3 different characters in it. 2 major ones. Just give Philip some catnip. He'll forget all about it. What's he talking about? Well, we all know who the cold boy is now. Who's the guy? Oh, you talk about Philip because he knows what I'm doing. I'll tell you guys in the mod room if you want to know what I'm doing. It'll be revealed soon enough on Patreon. Tony Todd and the Crow. What was that recently? Tony Todd's a horror god. Yeah, I ain't watching Candyman if Tony Todd's not playing him.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't in the newest one or whatever, which kind of makes me not want to watch it.
Yeah.
I never liked the remakes of anything that doesn't have original characters in it. That just kind of bugs me, and it's just personal.
It rarely works. It absolutely rarely works.
Yeah, that's what I feel too.
But it's no goal. It's
Well,
no goal.
Years later, they try to do a prequel or something like that, or a continuation years later. Then maybe I might not mind if the actual first one was good. Like if they did a remake of some popular movie, but they did it like years and years and years later, and it's supposed to be like way in the future, way before it started or something, then maybe I'd watch it just to see if it was any good, but I never have faith in those.
It wasn't. Lucille Ball was a really good producer, apparently. I think she was very savvy with production. I'm no golden boy. Yeah, well, we know. I think I've already said that. But I'm round and fluffy, not gold. But you have many epic tracks. Stay tuned. Oh, right. Yes, now you've said it, Tesh. Now you've said it.
Tracks.
Nothing wrong with round and fluffy. There is not. Yeah, Desilu Studios. Oh, being bitten.
Yeah, Desilu Studios was Desi Arnaz with Lucille Ball's freaking permission. Pretty much.
So I've got 2 dings from Mike, 3 dings from Boo, and 3 dings from Datsun. Thank you. That makes 2 of us, says Teshi, round and fluffy.
Ding.
And the ding from Wiz. Wiz, what time do you want to go live? Because I am flagging here, I'll be honest.
Oh, I'm in no hurry, actually, because I have no idea what I'm going to do. I kind of have a game that I'd like to play, but I don't know how many people are going to want to see me play a cat.
You'll just come and spam your chat. That's fine. That's what chat's for. It's not about what's on screen.
Yeah, but I'm going to need to chat to figure out how the hell to beat this game, because I've never played it before.
I'm just going to have a look to just check to see if anybody else is...
It's a game called Stray, and I've played it once before, and I've gotten so far in it, but I had a poor graphics card when I originally tried playing it, and it would die before I got this far. So I have no idea what to do in this game at this point.
Philip, if you just subscribe to my channel, I've just looked at my notifications.
He's just subscribed to your channel, but he's also a Patreon member.
No, unless he'd been unsubscribed, because actually, no, he was a member when I had membership. So
Have you played it, Phil? I see you said it was kind of sad.
okay, thanks. I appreciate it because I do keep dropping the unsubscribe because I haven't uploaded anything. But hopefully in the next day or so, my new video will come out with the pirate theme.
See, that just enforces the theory that he's on 2 different accounts on his phone.
Yeah. See, his other account. His other account is called Crow Judas. Yeah, I've just seen that. I hate summer. Midgy bites. Oh. Hey Tara,
Hey, Tara.
how we doing? I always feel bad when I start talking about I'll take it to 3 hours.
Is it Tara or Tara? Because I knew 2 different girls growing up, both with the same name, spelled the same, and pronounced different.
I think it can be said both ways.
I wonder if that's a personal thing. Like, my parents call me Tara, so I'm Tara, or my parents call me Tara because I'm Tara. But it's spelled the same, you know?
Yeah, I think it just
Seems a little
I think it
confusing.
depends how, yeah, it's like surnames as well. Because mine gets 2 different names. My surname's Holt. I say Holt, but I had some family who were a bit posher that used to say Holt.
Huh.
Same word. I need to create a new account for. Actually, I have 3 accounts. One's my Fantastic Folio channel, which is where I dump this, and a lot of the stuff on this channel will end up going over there when I try and get remonetized.
Alright.
And I have a paranormal channel, but it was because I was going to keep this one as an art channel, and then this one ended up being paranormal anyway, so that one will not really being used. What's not being used? Who says? Guess it depends on if she's named after the Satan Gone with the Wind. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Gone in the Wind in years.
I think I've seen it once.
Oh, it's a long film. The
Yeah,
top
but
bit,
long films just do one thing: put me to sleep.
over there, they say it different to Australia. See, I think I'd probably automatically. I don't know what I've been saying actually, but I'd automatically say Tara. That might be more English. So, a lot of films from that period are. I mean, I think Gone with the Wind's 30s, 40s. Caroline says, "Stew no tar like tar." So Tara, that's what I said.
Ding.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm sure I'm being bitten as I sit here. Getting itchy. Stupid weather. Stupid summer. Tara would be cute. That must be to do with accent, though, is it? Tara? Therefore says, welcome to Idiot Corner. I think I have a live coming up. No idea what I'm doing. My advice on doing your first live, just go for it. And just say it's your first live. Everybody does. Good morning, Raven. How are you? Tara says, my mother named me after Gone with the Wind. Awesome. I'm losing track of that. I'm sorry, guys. Stacey says, if you're applying to do a live, takes a day and they email it. Does it? Mind you, I didn't go live till I was about 600 subscribers, I think. It might be when you're only up at a certain amount. Wiz wants to know when you're going to October Force. Stu says, interesting fact about Gone with the Wind is that Clark Gable refused to go to the Oscars because they were going to make the actress who played Molly sit at the back. Yeah. I think that one caused the stir, actually. I think you have to apply to do a live if you've only got a certain amount of subscribers. I didn't have to apply, but I think...
doing that.
What?
I never had to go through that ever.
No, but I don't think you went live till after you'd gone over the 100. I think it's to do with a certain number. But I'd got about 500 or 600 when I did it, so they weren't bothered. I was already in the. I needed me hours for the monetization, not the subscribers.
When I started my channel, I know I didn't have but a few subscribers at the time, and I went live and did a live stream, but that was a long time ago, I think. I can't remember exactly, but I actually deleted some of my lives because I made a few mistakes in them. And, yeah.
50 or 100. I have no idea. Also might depend how many videos you've got as well, of course. Although I do know people who've gone live without any. Just do a tester live. I mean, it's a bit like Jonathan did. He ended up with, I don't know, is it 10, 14 in his chat? Because we all saw he'd gone live. We didn't realise anybody was going to turn up. I think Joe went in as well.
You'll have to ask Bigfoot. He'll know what to do.
Best bet is set up in StreamYard and link it to YouTube. Yeah, I would say that. Best thing to do here, Force, is actually sort of just look at the mechanics of it and then check
Wing
it. Because it's difficult to do without remotely, if that makes sense.
Different ways to do it too. Like if you go live from your phone, you could just go through the YouTube app and go live.
Yeah, just go through YouTube. Don't worry about all the hoops and whistles you get through StreamYard. Just do it through YouTube the first time, just to get used to it.
Yeah, I believe that's how Debunk the Junk got started, going through the YouTube app on the phone.
my problems during the night. No, it's fine, sweetie. It's just I can't think of a practical way for somebody to. Because you've literally got to drive yourself. You know, it's like phoning somebody up asking them how to drive a car. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just try it, and if you have any problems going live, you're in my Discord, aren't you? Aren't you, Air Force? Just hit the Discord. Hold on, just let me look at my Discord and see if we've got which category would
Remember Field of Dreams, Air Force? If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, Air Force, at the bottom of the list on Discord there is a help section, so just hit in there and some of us will try and help with advice. So you talked to a lot of people on YouTube. I was watching your video with Noah Faraday. That's the Occult Live. Yeah, that was a bit nervous about that because I mean, you know, I'm used to being on with people I know. I mean, I was used to being on with Crow, but
I haven't watched him in a while. I saw him on my feed the other day, and I didn't look at the video, but he was talking about a spirit box thing that he was doing. It looked like in a graveyard.
Yeah, I think he does quite a few graveyards. I mean, the whole point of the live was spirit boxes or not spirit boxes. Of course, I was not spirit boxes, but it was okay, to be honest. I was nervous about doing it, but I actually quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, Noah's a nice guy. Mariah's lovely. Heavos is not a problem. It's just that I don't know how any other way we can help other than sort of, you know, go into the help section. Because you know, if you need somebody, you would literally need somebody physically there with you to help you. What I'll do is in the help section, I'll have a look on YouTube to see if there's any really useful. I'll do it so I know that they're not sort of blinding you with science. I'll see if there's any help videos on YouTube. There's help videos for everything on YouTube to give advice, and I'll put the links in the help section in the Discord.
Yeah, so many people do those help videos. What do you call them? I can't think of the dang word I'm thinking of.
I mean, that's what I did for me video, for me appeal video. People for anything to do with YouTube or anything, there'll be help videos on there. You was pretty chill. Yeah, actually, I remember now. You've just got yourself into trouble, Philip, because I seem to remember being in chat in the Discord saying I was about to do the live, and Philip's like, "Oh, he gets really hyper," and it's like, I'm nervous enough. Did he have to say that? Actually, he was fine. He was fine. He's actually sent me a link of to look at some of his EVPs. I must message him back actually, because I haven't got around to it yet. Hang on. Show. There we go. First time I used the spirit box app, I was watching Second Kentucky Boo Boo video, and the first word it said was annoying. See, spirit boxes can work. I can't watch her. Even when Seg's debunking. It honestly, I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't agree with him about the spirit box, but, and I'm going by that live. I just think he's a nice guy, and I think he genuinely believes in the paranormal. I really do, and I think he's trying to do it the honest way. Hopefully, I'm right, but no, he was really nice. Not going to. Noah's all right. I like him. He loves you. Oh, Oh, you've no idea. Oh, I love Stay Tuned. Stay Tuned's awesome. He's a fan of yours.
Right on.
Uh, oh, so, oh yeah. You need to just bear that in mind and get some shout outs. Noah's a good kid. He tries. I think he is trying to do everything right. I didn't agree with everything he said about the spirit box, but to be honest, I was fine with pretty much everything else he said about investigating. It was literally just the spirit box that, because I just don't. No, I mean I'm not a spirit box believer, so.
There was one thing that made me kind of think about spirit boxes. After all the Crow stuff about the spirit boxes, Dawson did a spirit box thing at a motel in Tombstone, and I was listening back to the audio on it, and I swear one of the words that he got comes in the exact same voice between multiple scans. So it's not just one voice, it's two voices, but they sound exactly alike. In order to make this sound, if you believe that it actually skipped to the next part of the scan in the audio.
Here's
So
my problem.
If you catch something like that, it's like you hear somebody say, "I am the one," or something like that, but it's like you can hear the skip between "I am" and "the one." Then it's like, okay, now that's more believable because it's the exact same voice and it's on two different channels, which wouldn't be really possible on a radio signal unless you're catching the exact same radio signal and your frequencies are just random and selecting on the most powerful signal that it's reaching or something. I don't know exactly how they work, but
yeah, you see, I'm still kind of. I agree with Stu. Weird coincidences, and even if something does come through, I'm not saying things don't come through these things, but you can't prove. I just don't believe you can prove it. So
yeah, how can you prove that it wasn't just a random signal that?
yeah, that's what I mean. If you've got radio stations, you're scanning through radio frequencies, you cannot prove that it wasn't the radio station.
Yeah, it's like a mix that I did of Dexter, not Dexter is in the murder mystery show or whatever, the Dexter, but Dexter's Lab, you know, the cartoon.
Yeah.
I did a thing of him in a song that I was putting together in a mix. And I actually made him say a curse word by combining two different phrases that he said together in order to make it actually sound like he said something that he didn't say. Which is something that YouTube makes you freaking actually confess to in your videos.
No, it kind of reminds me of Dawson before. No, I don't know. I can see it in some ways, but it's the same principle. I think he's genuinely into it, and I think he's genuine. I'll say the only thing I really didn't agree with him on, but it would take, as you've just heard, it would take a lot for me to believe in the spirit box.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a 4-hour live, and I survived. I enjoyed it. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting it to be so long. I thought it might be a 2-hour live, but no, I enjoyed doing it, and it wasn't as it's far more relaxing than I was expecting. I'm lovable. What can I say? Okay, moving on. It could be us making this. Yeah, I mean, there's you know, there's all sorts of different reasons things can be. What's Tesha said that everybody's agreeing with? Hang on. Oh yeah. Don't worry about asking questions. Spirit Box, Stu again. Spirit Boxes remind me of the thing I used to do. I don't know if anybody else did it, where you change TV channels randomly and try to get funny connections to what's being said on the other channels. Yeah.
Oh, and then you wouldn't turn the knob all the way if you like turned it kind of in the middle of a channel. You could get like a different kind of static, and you might actually catch a picture in there. Like when they started having the adult channels in there, if you turned it just the right way, just in between channels, you might actually catch a little vision here or there of the actual channel.
I don't know what a front box is. Hang on. I've got another message.
Frank Box. Haven't heard of that one.
Oh, it was that one. Yeah. Sorry. Got distracted. Yeah, Frank Box. I don't know what a Frank Box is. Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Google will know. Oh. I could spell box, it would. Okay. Esther Spirit Box. Oh, a modern version of the Ouija board known as the Broken Radio. Let's put that up. Later.
Try an Estes session where you don't actually say the questions out loud. You just think them and then type them in after you've actually thought them, and replaying the entire video. What your actual question was in your head, and what the response was according to what you were thinking. Because what if ghosts can actually telepathically read your mind and you don't actually even have to really call out for them?
But that's what I mean, there's all sorts of what ifs. So until we can kind of work it out, you know, it could be that it's not a spirit box or a app or whatever sort of bringing forward the voices. It could be us, you know. It's like somebody asked at the beginning about, you know, about kids being more open to it, etc. If you're more open to it, maybe you're just more likely to hear it.
And who knows if it's not all just AI generated? It's telling you what you want to hear just because it's programmed to, and nobody tells you that it's programmed to because they want you to buy their spooky little device.
Actually, yeah, that actually reminds me of. I'm going to ask Stu in a minute because I'm pretty sure he knows the magazine. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say because I've thought of something else. Yeah, what I was going to say is most of my experiences, I mean, I have seen a couple of things, but most of my experiences have been sound and voices,
Yeah.
which I've heard myself. You know, I've never once in my multiple experiences heard anything come out of a radio or TV. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
think
it
so either.
can't. I am not saying it can't at all.
Yeah.
But I've never heard it come through. I've always
Not
heard it with my ears. Philip says Stu's like Noah's like that. He works with the Cult Live. Yeah, it probably has mellowed him out a bit more, and he's nice. So I'd rather dig into a KFC. Oh, me too. I wish we had a KFC near me.
I don't know, but I caught an EVP in actual static that came from Dawson's microphone gain on his camera. The mic was keying up and it gave static off, and I swear I heard sound that wasn't static, and it wasn't Dawson. It was actually a voice sounding thing, and I played it back, and I believe it said stop or stop it.
Yeah,
I wasn't totally sure, but
yeah, I just it's just going to take a lot for me to be convinced that it can actually come through like that, unless it's loud and clear and irrefutable.
yeah, and it also has to do with investigating it too. I mean, if nobody hears it, it doesn't mean it didn't actually exist. It just means that person didn't hear it.
Yeah.
But if you can actually take the sound and boost it out and
Yeah,
put it up to a level that somebody can hear and actually create something that people can really hear, then that is something. But you also would have to show the method in order to prove that it's not just you throwing words into a sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still maintain everything I've heard with my own ears. It hasn't needed, there's been no volume control or anything like that. I'm not saying that maybe there haven't been sounds around that I haven't heard, because my ears haven't picked them up, especially as I'm hard of bloody hearing.
I never do that with channels that freaking normally I did that with Dawson for one, just because I never do that for any other channels. When they say that they hear a sound and I don't hear it, so I don't record the audio video of what they play just because I don't hear it, and then throw it into an audio editor and actually look at the sound waves and see if I can actually hear a sound in that.
That's what I actually wish a lot of channels would
I
do.
did that.
Yeah, that's what I wish a lot of channels would do if they're going to use spirit apps. I'm talking apps now, ignore apps. But if they're going to use spirit boxes, I would actually like to see more people put things into an audio editor and see if they can set, because it is possible. They've been able to do that for years. Put it into an audio editor and isolate the different sounds. Then I'd be more convinced. But when all you're using is your ears and you've got so much background noise, you could hear anything, and it could be nothing there. There could be something there and you're not hearing anything. You need something to pull all of that data apart, I think. But people don't do it. Wayne, who wants to know what you're doing out of bed? That's what I'm doing out of bed. It's the same time for me as it is for Wayne. Although, I'm pretty much on East Coast time. I love Dexter, as in the serial killer show. Love it. In the 90s in the UK, we used to have a secret channel that was scrambled and was for medical students. I'm talking analog, yeah. Go back to analog. Stop making these things so complicated. It's actually one of the arguments I made yesterday. And I think I've said it on our lives as well. Go back to basics. Oh no, false bells. Weren't they real bells? Probably quite behind it. Oh yeah, I am behind. Sorry. Let's scroll down because I'm over 3 hours now. So hang on. Hang on. Let me. Noah Faraday said Amy Crypt was fake, but he'd go on undergrad on YouTube. So I don't know. I mean, it was the first time I'd had anything to do with Noah. I just going by initial experience. I think my instinct is he's well intentioned, and he was perfectly nice to speak to.
Wasn't he originally just an explorer's channel?
He was an Urbex explorer. He was saying that that's what he started out as, was Urbex exploring.
That's what I thought. I believe I watched one of his things on a mansion that he explored. It was a really nice place, but
yeah, because one of the things we were talking about was safety, and I was saying I think it's you know, people worry about or pretend to worry about going into a haunted location. I'd much rather go into a haunted location than do Urbex exploring when you've got potential of real people to worry about.
yeah.
But he said it didn't stop him, so good on him. You know, he said he just enjoyed doing it, so he went in fully aware that there could be real people who could be a problem. So
The only thing that concerns me about urban exploring is the legalities of it. I mean, if you're in there breaking the law and you're posting it on a social video platform, that seems kind of
I mean, that's the same argument with the investigators, though, isn't it? And I'm not sure I 100% think they should be going in. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm not being holier than thou here, because I've done it for photography, but yeah, I think I'm going back to the so many free locations. You don't have to break into a abandoned building.
yeah. I just imagine freaking at least get permission from whoever owns the land or owns the property or whatever
Yeah.
before you do something like that. At least cover your own butt, you know.
That's this community. You'll turn the skeptic, turn believer into a debunker. But that's good, Mike. I have noticed that you've been sort of with your channel, been trying new things and turn it right. And kudos to you. And yeah, Michael would be a good one too, and Teshi both working out here. And like Teshi says, fire away on Discord. I'm sure you're on our Discord, are you, Air Force? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, don't fall victim to Beardo's spoon or Real Evidence's spoon.
Yeah, you see, if I was going to use anything, it would be a tape recorder. It would be an old school tape recorder. Michael actually does bring a good point. I have what's known as high frequency hearing loss, which is why I have problems with hearing. I actually struggle if there's a lot of background noise. That's when I really struggle. But the other thing which would make me actually a crap investigator anyway is I have the weird things with high frequency hearing loss is I can hear something in one direction. I think it's come from one direction. It's actually, it might think it's come from in front of me. It's actually come from behind me. And that often tends to be high pitched sounds. And when I my hearing got tested last time, the doctor actually had a tuning fork and put it behind one ear. I could hear it clearly. Put it behind the other ear. I didn't hear a thing. I did not hear sound. So you've got to be careful of your own ears. But there are other sounds that this is what I mean about frequencies. There are other sounds that I can pick up, and people will say, I didn't hear anything. I can hear
That goes right into Star Wars right there.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear a pin drop in a crowded room, and somebody will say, how did you hear that? And I don't know. It's just that I have weird frequencies I can hear perfectly, and others I can't hear at all.
Don't trust your senses. They can lie to you. Something like that. I forget the exact words, but yeah.
Stu, that might be a factor in it with me because I am borderline autistic. So, I don't know. I didn't know that, but it could be part of it. Wayne wants to know, if you let Dawson know what you heard.
Yeah, I got that one already.
Air Force, once you go live, just let us know, and if we're around, we'll pop in. I also threw the link to helping just. Thank you, Tesh. Oh, Dawson put this on his channel.
Yeah, he had I saw he had a short that he put up about the sound that he heard.
So I'm going to scroll down because I'm getting ready to drop here. Hang on. Just watch out with angry locals for spoons. Actually, when I sent the email to Mythos, one of the things I said for a couple of locations was you're more likely to be, you've got to be more worried about angry villagers than you have about anything paranormal. Hey, Julie. All that metal. Yes, I have to confess to you that will also be a factor. Do have a little bit of tinnitus because of that.
Hearing certain sounds for a long period of time can do that to your hearing. Yeah.
And years of wearing earphones and now earbuds. There's my Discord link if anybody needs it. Really? Used to know a paranormal investigator who had narcolepsy triggered by being frightened.
Weird. Hi, Juliar.
Proves it Sarah's an alien. Is that what you're saying, Steph? Huh? Your spirit animal's an alien. I'm way over the border. Hang on. I have bad audio discrimination if I'm in a room with a load of people I can't hear. Yeah, that's the same thing I have. The other thing is with certain people, I can hear fine in a crowded room, and other people I can't hear at all. I've got two best friends, and one of them I can hear in a crowd, no problem, with a lot of background noise. The other one, I've got no hope, and it's just the pitches of the voices.
That's called selective hearing.
No, it's called literally not being able to hear a thing, and the bestie that I actually struggle to hear in a crowded room also is hard of hearing, so you can imagine how that conversation goes. Thanks, Tesha, no problem. At the end of the day, everyone is trying to find a ghost. Should be all working on that and equipment, yeah. Wayne says that's the same way with me. I hate being in crowded rooms, can't hear people next to me, but I hear other conversation. Yeah, it's annoying. See, Mike, I haven't even tried to get hearing aids. I mean, the bestie that struggles has hearing aids. But my argument is, I struggle with background noise. All I'm going to do is make the background noise louder. So I've never bothered going for hearing aids. Hey, Julie, thank you. Thank you. Beautiful Queen is about to crash, I think. I hear music and repeating sounds. fans, washing machines. Yeah. Yeah, audio pareidolia is a big factor. Scotty just trying to keep me up during our last. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a different port for this microphone because all I need to do is slightly knock the laptop and it goes off. No, Philip, we don't want to hear that, especially as I've just seen you in Crow's chat. Not paying attention to your duties. So you've been in Crow's chat, you've been on your own channel looking to see how your Transformers is hitting. It's the bigger, it's the, you know, honestly, me and Wiz need you to remember us when you're a big YouTuber. Steph says, okay, this is Wizzy's channel. That would be wisdom. Yes, I saw the tree banging video that you're wearing Crow's t-shirt. Yeah, I've got selective hearing as well. It does help when people know you're deaf. You can kind of... oh, you did go past you in the street and you didn't say hello to me. Oh, I mustn't have heard you. And they believe you. Demonstrate that you can have that trait back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm only borderline autistic, but I just didn't know that it was a factor. I go shirt. Oh, advertising everybody. Yeah, and again, Boo, that's to do with sort of prolonged exposure to noise. Yeah, ringing in my ears. Those many gigs, especially the gigs, but earbuds as well. Running behind, just got done with Beardos, and it was great. Yes, I didn't actually get around to that because we were nattering after the live. I'm going to scroll down to chat because I really need to end this soon. I'm going to fall asleep. So, oh no. I feel bad when that happens. I'll say, oh, I'm going to end, and then somebody turns up. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I'm actually going to look that up, actually, see if... it'd be interesting to know. What are you doing, Wiz? Right, guys. Wiz, are you going to go live?
Ding. I don't know. When's Air Force going live? Because I don't want to step on his Bigfoot. I mean toes. I mean.
I don't think he's planning. I don't think he's planning on going live tonight. I think he's trying to work out how to do it. So if you
want, probably take me a minute to go live, but I can go live as soon as you decide to go out. But no rush at all. I'm not going to go live.
No, I really need to end this shortly. I'm flagging. I'm really badly flagging. You can trust me. I wrote the training on sensory issues for the national. Oh, okay, cool. Oh no, I trust you. I just hadn't been told that was. I do find that interesting. I want to see how much of it is equal to what I have to deal with. Hang on. Oh, that's what I mean. People turn up just as I'm thinking, oh, go to bed.
I hate when that happens because then it's like, oh, damn, I don't want to stop going live now because people are turning up. I don't want to feel like they just showed up to the end of a freaking protest or something.
Yeah, Air Force has said I'm going to your live. No pressure. No pressure, Wisdom. Welcome to YouTube. I got subs out of the 14k. Did you? Bloody well think so. 14k, you'd want to have 1 or 2 subs, wouldn't you?
A couple, maybe. Where are you at now on subs? I haven't looked in a minute.
Wiz doesn't care about you, Philip.
No, it's major competition now. He's actually passed me in subs. I'm embarrassed. Look at that, 232 G's. I'm at like 212.
See? Yeah, I am
Jake?
going to end this. Guys, I really appreciate. I've enjoyed this tonight. This has been a nice stream. Well, it's always a nice stream. It's been a nice stream tonight. I will be putting out hopefully tomorrow. It depends how tomorrow goes, because it's just doing the piece of artwork. So if it's not out tomorrow, it'll be out on Monday. But it will be an introductory video into what the channel's going to be doing. And the pirate avatar will make sense tomorrow, or when the video goes out. Yes, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I've enjoyed this, and it was a stress-free zone. Yeah, and that is partly what the video is going to be about. I am using a pirate motif as a reason, because I'm tired of the drama. Right, do you want to say goodbye, Wiz?
Goodbye, Wiz.
Goodbye, Wiz. Awkward ending.